Everybody loved him. Hundreds of people would be by the courthouse, and he, put up his finger to the government, and that's it. This man is dying, and you still have him in solitary confinement. He was tied, his feet to the bed, and his hands were tied to the bed. People want to question if my father was weak or tough. He had a severe kidney infection. He was sick. He didn't get to see a doctor. By the time he got off the bus, he was covered in blood. If there was ever a time to become a rat or something, it would have been then. No, instead he fought 5 trials. Eli has never had any conversation with my father. You lie about my son? Like, this is how sick they are. I defend my family. I think I do a pretty good job of defending my family. But other people defend my family also. I don't ask them to do it, but they do. Hello again, Marla.
Hello, Angel. Let's get to it. What happened? What's going on?
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry we are so late. I didn't expect that to go that as long as it did. It went almost 3 hours.
It was a really good show, Beyond.
Oh no, 2.5 hours. We started earlier because we all met in the back before we went live. So I thought that was very good. I was very happy to see Suzanne. She seems so different now than when you watch her on the movie.
Absolutely. I'm glad
Right?
she clarified so much of that because honestly, I was kind of lost in the beginning because given the title of the show, I thought that it was going to show more of that. So I was like really cautious, but I think I was just cautious for no reason.
Yeah. I wanted to talk more about Suzanne. How do I explain this? Like, I was just so surprised to see her, like, so what was the word I used before? Like, so vibrant,
Yeah,
like
full of
on
life. Yeah.
full of life. Yes, because in the movie she was very meek, very
Yeah,
meek.
exactly. I did notice towards the end though, she started like being more a little assertive, like she had gotten it seemed like towards the end they're walking down like a hill or something and she's wanting to veer off and do something else and he's kind of trying to like discourage her from that. And she kind of took a stand in that moment and I think those are the little things that she was kind of building on when she was talking about that.
Yeah.
I thought it was, I'm glad she gave some clarity with that. And it was a really good documentary. Good job, Angel. That was a good idea.
Well, I love having Caroline on. It was actually, Caroline contacted me and asked if we would be interested. I said, of course, and the rest is history. It's just a shame that you would think that more people would watch that, but they like the drama. I guess it's a shame because that is it's so informative. It's to help women, but I saw like a few men making jokes. That's not nice, but whatever. Um, Hopefully, God forbid, a woman in your life never needs that kind of help, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Let me say hello to, oh, these are all from this afternoon. I don't even know if everybody's still here, but Heather Diane said, please please press the like button if you hate the women abuses of YouTube. Yes. Hit that like button, please. Hi, Minnie the Moocha, Downneck, Petey. I don't think these people are still here, but Heather Diane said there was only 39 likes. Let's get Angel to 60 before her show starts. I didn't even notice how many there were.
You had a lot of likes in the last show, too.
Oh, all right, good.
121. So that's
Are
all.
you kidding?
Yes, ma'am. I think some people may have like hit it before, but I think, Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
very
yeah, pretty good
good. All
turnout.
right, that's very good. Very, very good. Carol's Quill says, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Let's see. Devil, Mike, Gerard. How are you, Gerard? Tommy Stiggs Social Club, Mike Wall, Richie April, Kate Goody, uh, Carol. There's Carol. Hello, Lowrider Girl. Hello, Susie. Hi, Mike Wall. Hi, Project DARPA. Hi, Sharon, Steve, Aegon Targaryen, Tangy Tom, uh, JL, Jason. Let's see who else is here. Tris. Hello, everyone. Lucky Boss Lady, how are you? Damn it, Mandy, Montauk, Heather Diane, there you are. Uh, Little Rider Girl says, thank you, Angel Marla, for awareness. Much love to you, beautiful ladies. Much love back to you, Low Rider Girl.
Yeah,
Thank
back
you.
at you. Thank you.
Okay. J.A., Montauk, David James, Maureen, Steve. Let's see. Angel, that show was great and very informative. Thank you. Now I really want to do the autism one with her. You too, right, Marla?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That one I definitely want to do. I have so much to say about that. If those losers talk bad about that show you just did, it will really show how low they are. Of course. Of course. Okay. Um, let's see what else. Pasta Dude, how are you? Agnostic, how are you? Okay, Jason said he sees 60 right now, 60 likes. Okay. Kingdom. Is it Kingdom or Kingdom? The Grand Commission. I only had to block one person before in that you would think like something that serious that ass wipes wouldn't come in and try to play idiot in there. It's something that important. But whatever. Oh, Dominic. Oh, so King Dom. Okay. Hi, Midwest Mobsters. How are you? Okay, so first let me show everybody. My nephew did an interview today. You feel like watching it?
Sure.
Okay, so let's watch the interview. I didn't watch it yet. So
Oh, okay,
I'm
cool.
going to be seeing it the first time the way that you all are. But let's get it. Hold on. I just know somebody told me that it was a very good interview. So, you know the drill. I'm going to have to stop and talk, stop and talk. Can everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay, so you could see it. Let me know if there's echo or not. But let's go. Here we go. There's my nephew.
I think you were like in a cab or something.
Yeah.
This is like many years ago now, 2017, 2016. And of course, you've done a lot since then. So congratulations on all your success in MMA, now
Thank you.
crossing over into boxing. Could I ask off the top, what has the last, it hasn't even been a couple of weeks. It's been just 10 days. What has the last 10 days been like for you since what occurred in that Mayweather fight, and especially the aftermath went down?
Been interesting. It opened up a whole new wave of exposure. So, my page right now is flooded with all types of people and opinions. But it's interesting. It keeps things fun, and I'm just making light of the whole situation, and just taking it all in.
So,
how cute is he? Seriously, how cute is my nephew? He's such a good boy. You have no idea.
Gentleman, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's enough.
So good exposure or mixed exposure, bad exposure? Like, how do you feel about the attention?
Listen, anytime you get, you're on that sort of platform like that, it's going to come with mix no matter what you do. So I handle things how I handle things. They went how they went, and here we are. But it's not bad. Listen, I roll the punches no matter what, people say. It's all good. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I can respond how I respond.
Can I ask, like, from the beginning, how did you get this fight? Like, what is the genesis of this fight with you and Floyd being made?
This fight with Floyd actually is years in the making. We were the original.
I just want to if that piece of shit in Pennsylvania goes after my nephew again,
Right
Yeah,
after
you're
Logan
right.
Paul fought Floyd, we were in talks to fight Floyd right after that. So this been years in the making. Right after my final MMA fight, and it fell apart. For whatever reason, it just fell apart, and I moved on entirely from the whole situation. I was over it. Yeah, I wasted like probably a year and a half switching to boxing with nothing, nothing from it. So in the meantime, I had 2 boxing fights in the last 6 months. I made my pro debut in October, and I fought again in January. So I'm getting ready now for my next fight because I wanted to keep busy. And my father calls me when I'm in the sauna and tells me Floyd's people called him. They're interested in another fight. I said, with us? He said, yeah, with us. I said, well, it's going to be like last.
So now, did you hear what he said? Floyd's people called them. Marla, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
All right. Floyd's people called
I was
them.
trying to hear how this went down.
Yeah, I know, but we have to stop it,
that you get caught up in it watching it.
I know, exactly. It's annoying.
Time I'm really not interested because it wasted a lot of time and I want to get moving. He said, no, they're for real. They want to move this along very fast and, it's on. So you want to do it? I said, yeah, without hesitation, let's do it. Floyd's been a hero of mine since I'm a kid. I idolized Floyd for as long as I can remember. So for the chance just to get in the ring and share the ring with Floyd, it was exciting to me. How could you turn something like that down, as far as everything else? So that's how that's the base of how this all transpired and how it came to be.
And the fight happened on June 11th. When was that phone call from your father? When did that go down? Like, how long in between the phone call and the fight?
I want to say sometime mid-April.
Okay, so it wasn't a long wait.
No, actually, it wasn't. It happened real quick from when they found out about that fight is when I found out about it, and that's when I let everybody on here know about it.
No, it moved very quickly. We went right from there to the press conference, the first one, and then basically we had to just put together, a really tough training camp, a lot of sparring. It was really tough.
And by the way, the first time we spoke, you were an MMA fighter. Why did you leave MMA to go into boxing?
Well, for this reason, I was preparing for another MMA fight after my last one. I lost my last MMA fight during COVID, so I was getting ready for another one, and then this came about. So people around me advised me, just don't take a risk, and you could risk getting injured, you could break a limb or whatever have you. Let's just do the Mayweather fight. So I was like, listen, I'm all in. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm here to do. So we pulled out of the fight and we just prepared for Floyd. We thought this was going ahead full steam 2 years ago. So I was in a full boxing training camp for a year straight, getting ready for Floyd, and then it fell apart. So I said, I might as well just take a boxing fight now and just try to, see what I could do here because I stopped fighting MMA for a full year and a half, and you stop grappling and you're kicking. It's a lot. So I just
So he stopped the MMA to go into the boxing because that's what he was training for this fight. That's the reason why.
turned my attention fully to boxing, and this somehow fell into our laps again out of the blue. And we didn't ask for it; it just came out of nowhere.
And in the build-up, like.
Okay, so fat bully. We didn't do this. In other words, they didn't. Floyd Mayweather didn't do this as a favor, like you keep saying. Okay.
Like you said, April and press conference, and then fight week. What was it like dealing with Floyd's team? Were there games, shenanigans? Were there issues, or was it pretty smooth sailing up until the fight?
No. Yeah, listen, I will say this about all Floyd's people and his team, his security. They were nothing but gentlemen. They're all good people. They rolled the red carpet out for us. It made me feel very important and special, which, listen, they didn't have to do that. The fight week as a whole was very fun. I made a lot of good memories that week with my family and everything else. As a whole, the event, it was awesome. I had a good time.
Was it surreal for you, like when you're squaring up with this guy, you're facing off, you're not even in the ring, like I'm talking like press conference, you're doing the face off, and then at any point are you like, holy crap, I can't believe this is actually happening, and that I'm staring at a guy that I
Notice my nephew has more class than that piece of shit has in his whole entire pinky. Okay? And the way he talked about this kid, and look how nice he is, right, Marla?
Very well spoken, very articulate. I mean, there's nothing not to like about him unless you're jealous.
Ooh.
look up to as a kid?
Many times. I was Floyd's biggest advocate as a kid. All I did was watch his fights. I did a school project on Floyd Mayweather when I was in 8th grade. So that's how much, he kind of dictated my life, made me fall in love with combat sports, and made me start boxing from a young age. So the fact that I'm getting ready to fight Floyd, it was surreal, and it was even more surreal when I see him step in the ring, standing across from me. But it got real pretty quickly in there.
Yeah. Were you nervous?
I actually was relaxed, and that caught me off guard because Floyd came out with bad intentions quick. I thought he was gonna just ease into the fight.
We've heard that before, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were gonna do what we had to do, and he came out with vicious intent right off the bat, and he hurt me quick. He hurt me within like 25, 30 seconds. So, I had to recover the next several rounds. And, by the time I got going, I got my rhythm. By the end of the 4th, 5th, 6th round, you see me slowly picking it up and landing here and there. And then, early in the fight, Floyd was taunting, my whole crowd and section heavy and saying what he had to say. And I kind of said to Floyd in the fight, I said, it's like that. And he made it very clear, it's like that. So, listen, the minute I started doing it back to Floyd, it became a problem. The minute
You see that? And
Yeah.
I've been telling everybody that Floyd was giving it to him and he wasn't doing it. And then finally he starts doing it back and then it becomes a problem. I've been saying this all along. And I swear on my kids, I didn't see this interview. This is the first time I'm watching it with all of you.
And didn't I say he finally got his rhythm and then they,
Exactly.
He just said that. So it was very clear for a lot of people to see.
Exactly.
I started taunting him back, and when I started cursing him back and engaging, all of a sudden it became a problem. But early on, Kenny Bayless didn't say 2 words to Floyd. It wasn't right. It wasn't fair. So I'm not playing victim. It is what it is. We had fun, but they should have been fair regarding that.
And I want to talk about like where it all kind of fell apart. But just for the record, these exhibition fights, like there can't be a winner, right? Could you even knock him out? Like, what are the rules for these? It's unclear.
Well, unless he knocks me out or I knock him out, which he was trying hard early to knock me out. That's the only way there's a winner. Otherwise, it's declared a draw, just mutually.
Okay. And so, all right. So now you're talking about like the taunting and whatnot. We saw how it ended, and Kenny Bayless has always been kind of known. He's well known, but also maybe I don't know, known as maybe a guy who like Floyd is cool with, to put it mildly. The aftermath seemed to be, and I know it kind of blew up when Joe Rogan said it, but like that he called off the fight because you were grabbing onto him, you were clinching. Are you saying that's not true? That's
all right. I don't know what to say at this point. Let's just listen.
It's not why it was called off.
That's not the case at all. I mean, throughout the 6 rounds, I probably clinched with Floyd 4 times. So Kenny Bayless came over to my corner and Floyd's and warned us the round before and says, you guys have to stop cursing at one another. Otherwise, I'm going to call the fight. So the next round comes out and we pick right back where we left off. We're every time we're in close quarters. Even I'm covering up, I'm popping out of my shell and I'm cursing at him. He's cursing at me. So the final exchange, I throw a 4-punch combination and I get in the clinch again, but I get my forearm in his throat and he does it back to me. And then we start cursing again. and then Kenny Bayless just waves the fight off, which it's unheard of. People have this narrative.
See, he won't tell anybody. He's not going to tell anybody on here. He wouldn't even tell my sister. He just kept saying to my sister and Vicky, I'm not even going to repeat what he was saying. So he wouldn't repeat it.
That I was clinching him the whole fight, and I got disqualified, and then I was a bitter, sore loser, and I attacked Floyd. That's not how it went. You could hear Kenny Bayless after the fight on audio say he warned me and Floyd numerous times to stop or we're going to call the fight. And that's exactly what happened. But I just never seen anything like that done before. It was very weird.
Yeah, since when does a fight get called off because of cursing?
I have no idea. I was confused, and Floyd was confused, and then I acted on emotion, which looking back on it was stupid because people could have got hurt that had nothing to do with it. But I just went off my emotion, and I went after him because I feel like they robbed me of my best rounds, to be honest. That I was getting my second.
Oh,
That's
did you
good.
see that
That's
angle?
good. That's exactly right.
You saw that angle though, right?
Yeah, I saw that
you
angle.
see from this angle, you see his security team pushing him across the ring.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fat Bully said that Floyd knocked my nephew across the ring. No, his money man pushed him across the whole ring.
And I started settling in a little bit, feeling good, and they called the fight. So it didn't make sense to me whatsoever. I was disappointed.
And was this scheduled for 8 rounds or 10 rounds?
This was 8 rounds, so we had 2 more to go.
Yeah. And when could you give me a taste of what you guys were saying? Like, how bad was this?
It wasn't at all. It was just you're a bitch.
Yeah.
You're a bitch too. Fuck you and fuck you.
And that's it. And he calls it off for that.
That's it. Yeah.
So when he calls it off, what is going on in your mind?
I wanted Floyd in the worst way. So I looked at him and I tell him F you, and I juke Kenny Bayless out and I went after him. We just started like street fighting basically, and then all hell broke loose. It was 100 guys in the ring and it was crazy. I'm just glad nobody got hurt. That had nothing to do with it.
Do you think Kenny Bayless called off the fight because he saw that you were starting to do better?
100%. Listen, people could say I'm crazy. 100%. I was touching him a little bit. I was getting closer to him, and then in the 6th round we clinched. I kissed Floyd on the cheek, and I basically told him, "That's it. You have nothing left. You shot your wad early in the fight," and I was comfortable because I felt this power.
I like it. You shot your wad, bud. That's it. I'm coming for you now.
Yeah.
Power diminished. His speed was gone, and I started letting my hands go, and I was catching him, and then conveniently they called the fight off. I mean, it made zero. I never seen that in all the years I'm watching boxing. I'd never seen that done before.
So do you think Kenny Bayless is like essentially on Team Floyd here, and he's looking out for him?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's the guy. He goes with Floyd every fight. So the only fight he wasn't the ref was the Logan Paul fight, and Logan clinched a lot in that fight.
Right.
So that's Floyd's guy. They're not going to make Floyd look bad at any cost, even if it's a little bit. So of course he was protecting Floyd.
How bad was the melee? Like, did you get hit by anyone?
I mean, when I was getting pulled out of the ring, I got sucker punched by somebody. I couldn't see, but it wasn't too bad. Cooler heads prevailed. My head coach, Derek Panza, he got right in the middle of it, and Floyd's security guards rushed the ring. And, they were just trying to defuse it. It was the extras that came into the ring who had nothing to do with anything. You see them all jumping over the ropes. They were the antagonists.
You saw that guy pushing him, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
See, I didn't. When you watch it from this angle, the first few times I saw it, I didn't see the guy this angle. But now I see him.
Antagonizers. They were trying to get to me. They were trying to make the fight, get worse than what it was. But that's why, as I said, it was dangerous. And all the way walking back to the locker room, there was brawls all throughout the arena. Guys, I was getting hit with bottles. Guys were getting knocked out. It was crazy. It could have got very bad. So, I could understand why the commission had no security there. There was no cops there. I mean, looking back at it now, like I said, I thank God nobody was hurt.
Those people in the ring, like what percentage were Floyd's guys compared to your guys?
I would say it was about 60-40 in Floyd's favor.
Okay.
Maybe more.
And did he get hit at all?
Nah, he was acting like, he was sitting up on the ropes, smiling and having a good time. It's easy to act like a tough guy when you have 6'8" security guards.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody finally said it.
Stop.
Thank you.
Bum rushing everybody else. My guys, they're just some of my family and training partners. They're half the size, and they stood their ground and they did what they had to do. They're not getting paid for it. They did it out of love for me. So Floyd's paying his security to help him.
So when you go to the back and everything's going, I'm sure like emotions are very high. Do you see him? Do you talk to him? Any interaction with Floyd?
No, I didn't want. He wanted to talk, and I wanted no part of it. I don't want to talk to him. My father, however, went to his locker room and they talked and hashed it out. Listen, there's no animosity towards Floyd. I'm not. I said he was my enemy for life out of anger, but he's not my enemy. He did his job. His job is to entertain and box, and so is mine. I still have respect for Floyd, and even at 46, you see him in the ring, how great he is. His reflexes at 46 are phenomenal. His speed. So listen, it was a great experience to share the ring with Floyd, and it's a memory I'll never forget for the rest of my life. That's for sure.
So it's good to hear you say that, because I know it got a little tense in the aftermath. I think even
He doesn't sound like a little punk, does he, Marla?
Far from it.
Okay.
like your sister got
Yeah.
involved and his daughter and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Where does it stand with all of that?
It got diffused. We're good. We've been speaking. My father's been in touch with their team, and there's no bad blood here. It's business, and we did what we had to do, and we squash it, and we move on.
Okay. Do you not like the way that you have been painted, or your family's been painted, or the way this has been covered in the aftermath?
Listen, it is what it is. The Gotti's a public enemy #1, I guess, forever. So they're gonna do everything they can to throw dirt on me. And the thing that upset me was the way these articles were describing the fight. It wasn't the case. It painted me like this sore loser who just attacked Floyd, like out of anger. Which I did attack him out of anger, but it wasn't the case. During the fight, Floyd talked a big game during that fight. And the fight didn't bother me. It's the words that got me. Once you start saying certain things, it becomes personal for me in that regard. So that's why I attacked it. But it is what it is. We moved on from it. We're adults. It's business.
Did he say any things about your family that really bothered you?
No.
I don't think he's going to tell everything, but we shall see.
Floyd, all he said was good things about my family in the lead up to the fight. He actually, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he wrote my father when my father was away in like 2003. Nothing but love and respect. So there was something with me that irked him, I guess. At the weigh-in, we came out with like an army at the weigh-in, and my people, which they know better to do that, they were booing him on stage. And Floyd wants it all to be about Floyd. Floyd wants to be the center of attention at all times. He probably said to himself, "Who's this kid? This kid that's under the radar, getting all this attention this fight week, talking the big game. So I'm going to make an example out of this kid." That was his mentality. And I knew that when I got to the arena, Floyd was already there. Floyd's always late for everything. I was early, and I looked on the big screen. I see Floyd already warming up. So I said to my trainer, "Man, he's coming to make an example of me." And then when I heard he was looking to wear Clito Reyes gloves, anybody who knows anything about boxing knows Clito Reyes gloves are puncher's gloves. That's when you want to hurt somebody, and you're looking to hurt somebody. So right then and there, I knew it was on. And he was coming at me.
Did you know about that?
I did not. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, but whose gloves? Cletus Morris?
That's what I've never even heard of those gloves. So I would need somebody who knows a lot more about boxing than I do to explain that.
I want to know what kind of gloves my nephew was wearing.
With bad intentions.
By the way, what did he write to your father about in 2003?
He just sent him a picture of him with all his belts, and he said, "To John Gotti Jr., love Floyd Mayweather."
Wow, just like unprompted?
Yeah, through a mutual friend, that a guy named Tommy Summers, who used to write my father all the time. He was very close with Floyd at one point. I don't believe they are anymore. And he kind of was like the middleman between all that.
Okay. You got suspended for your role in the aftermath. Has Floyd been suspended?
No, I don't believe so. But
is that fair?
Believe we're working on something now, you know, to lift that suspension. You know, I honestly don't know what the commission's role in all this was. I mean, they were there for a photo op, to be honest. They didn't do their job one bit. You know, they had one job to do. They couldn't even secure the ring before the fight. The fight was delayed by like 5 minutes because people weren't in their seats. I mean, it was complete chaos. And then there was no security, like I said earlier, no cops there. I mean, that could have got really, really bad. And, you know,
People could have gotten killed.
Exactly.
it is what it is. I'm just glad nobody, you know, got hurt.
And we're talking about the Florida Commission, of course, which, you know, has been known to be a little bit, you know, not the best, to put it mildly. So the suspension, does that include a fine or just a suspension?
No, from as far as I know, just a suspension.
Okay. Are you trying to get a rematch with Floyd?
We're in talks right now, actually, to do something. So we'll see where it goes. You know, from what I understood after the fight, it was the most Googled thing in the whole world. So Floyd's a businessman. Floyd wants to capitalize on that, and he wants to make money. So listen, if they want to do it again, I'm here, and I promise you, this time I'm going to come out guns and blazing as soon as that bell rings. We're going to fight.
Ooh, he said guns are blazing. What does that mean, bully? What does that mean? That you keep making fun of the way that my nephew says we're bringing heavy hitters. What does guns are blazing mean?
Fight now.
What is your confidence level in terms of like it happening? Because as you say, you were doing better as the fight went on. Maybe he's like, man, you know, I don't want to go through this all over again.
No, my confidence is through the roof right now with it happening. Floyd wants to do it, so he wants to do it. We're in talks right now, and hopefully the date gets locked in very soon.
Could you tell us the time frame of when it's being discussed?
I know the date and I know the place, but I can't tell anybody. I think I told you, Marla.
Just like for when is it being discussed?
October.
Okay, and
oh man, I hope you don't tell the place.
He's gonna let the secret out of the bag.
Oh man.
Safe to say it won't be in Florida.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be in Florida.
Now October, you know, that's in 4 months, right? How does that work with the suspension, or are you confident it's going to get reduced? Because the suspension is for 6 months, right?
Yeah, I'm confident it's going to get reduced. You know, my team right now is on it right now to get that lifted. But I don't know how it works with if I'm suspended in Florida or if I'm suspended everywhere. I don't know how that works, but
most
Americans, I think it's going to get lifted.
Most American states will honor the suspension, just so that everyone's on the same page. But like you go overseas, and you know sometimes there's no commission. They won't honor it, right? Like if you go to Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia, is that where you're going? Is it going to be in Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi?
No.
Oh, we're not sure yet. Okay. Listen, wherever they tell me, I'm there. So, but like Chael Sonnen said, Chael had said that they kind of used me as a scapegoat. You know, the commission. So, you know, I'm sure they didn't want no to be liable for anybody getting hurt or lawsuits. So they kind of used me as a fall guy. You know, it is what it is. But you know, I'm confident it's going to get lifted.
Can we maybe throw a stipulation in there? Like, well, why does it have to be an exhibition? Why can't we make this a pro fight?
I wish. You know, Floyd's never going to put his 50-0 record on the line for anybody. He's past that. He's content with his career and all he's accomplished. Right now, for him, just entertaining and making money. So that's all he wants to do.
Speaking of money, you may not know the answer to this, but do you have any idea how much he gets paid for these exhibition fights?
Don't tell. Don't tell.
No, but I'm assuming it's a whole lot of money. A whole lot more than I made.
Are you happy with how much you made for it?
Yes.
Biggest pay?
You should be.
Day of your career?
Yeah, by far.
Okay, so it's worth it for you to go through all this nonsense.
Yeah, listen, I don't even do this for the money to begin with. I really don't. I do this for the love. I got into MMA for the love of it. So if you're getting compensated well, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I put my heart and soul into this career and this training camp. You know, it feels good when you accomplish something and you get compensated well. But I never done this for the money. I do this for the love.
Are you done with MMA?
I don't think so. I got unfinished business over there. I can't go out on a loss.
Yeah.
So that wrong has to get written right, and we'll go from there. But listen, this came out of nowhere, so
Yeah.
I'm just rolling with the punches right now. I never anticipated potentially fighting Floyd twice.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ah.
Maybe in a video game, as a made-up character. This is life, right? This is the landscape of boxing we're in right now. With all what's going on, this is reality.
I thought you were going to sign with PFL or Bellator a couple of years ago. Was that ever close?
We were in talks with PFL. They were very interested.
Oh, sorry.
PFL, because they were going to allow me to box and do MMA, which is something I wanted to do. And then they're awesome. They're top notch guys. Just good guys. They reached out even for this fight. They have nothing to do with me. So, but it just never came to fruition. Maybe one day it could, but right now my focus is just on this.
Okay. And once, this rematch happens and hopefully it all goes well, is this like a new lane for you? Like this influencer boxing world? Is this?
All right, Chanel, please stop. I'm sorry, everyone. My dog is really, really annoying me right now.
Obviously your last name is a very famous one. So I'm sure a lot of these promotions would love to have you on their card. Is this something that you're interested in pursuing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to leave my mark after this next one. And I believe all opportunities are going to come from this. Listen, one thing about the influencer boxing scene right now, there's a lot of money to be made and there's a lot of good fights, actually. Some of these influencer kids, they're pretty talented. They know how to fight and they're a big draw. So, anything could come from, after this fight, anything's possible. So listen, I'm just rolling with the punches right now. I'm enjoying the ride. And like I said, it's still surreal for me that I just fought Floyd.
Yeah.
Because he was like, if a kid who played basketball look up to Michael Jordan, that's how Floyd was for me. The fact that I fought him, it's going to be surreal for a long time, and potentially fighting him again, it's weird. It's a weird feeling.
Do you still feel that way about him, considering what was said and what happened in the aftermath?
I don't. Now I'm going into the next fight. It's personal. So now we're going to fight.
Uh-oh. It's personal now, Marla.
He's trying to. Is he going to give out the secret? He's trying to tell a secret.
I don't know.
I'm going to take it to him every second of the round. So going into the first fight, I did have that admiration still for Floyd and that love and respect. And it's different now. It's different when you cross certain lines with the talking. Now it becomes personal for me because Floyd didn't have to go there. Neither did I. But I made it clear, like I said, very early in the fight. We're gonna go there. It's like that. And he said, it's like that. So that's exactly what he said back to me. So I had to do the same thing back, and it became personal for both of us. Now it's war with me and Floyd.
Do you have any?
Oh, he said now it's war. Ooh, what does that mean, bully?
Regrets?
No, not at all. Not at all. Listen, I don't regret attacking him. My regret, my only regret is if someone would have got hurt. Then I take full responsibility for going after Floyd. Like I said, I'm thankful nobody got hurt because that could have got very ugly. When I'm looking back on it now, how chaotic that was. Those people fighting all over the arena. There was people rushing back in the locker room. People who were sitting in the nosebleeds were in my locker room. How they even got there, is beyond me. It was chaos.
Because there was no security. That's why. Could you imagine people in his locker room?
Could you imagine if it happened to the other side?
Unbelievable.
Females fighting in the back. It was just everybody was fighting just to fight at that point. They wanted to just get in on the action.
Anything that we didn't talk about or address that you want to get off your chest here?
No, that's it. Yeah, that's about it. That sums up the crazy week as a whole.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, can't believe all the views on that. It got all nuts. And
listen, it's funny how things come full circle. The first time I met you, I was headed to a whole different podcast. My friend who passed away, Sergio De Silva, used to be a Bellator fighter. We somehow ended up on the other side of the city, me and my brother. You're crossing the street as I'm getting ready to turn around and go the other way. And I said, that's Ariel. My brother didn't really know. I said, he's one of the biggest names in MMA. So I got out and introduced myself to you. I said, I'm getting ready to make my pro debut. in a couple of months, and now here we are just getting done fighting Floyd. You know, life is definitely weird, that's for sure.
It's crazy, man. It really is crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
congrats on all your success. I'm sorry it didn't pan out the way you wanted to at the end of that fight, but good luck getting the
Yeah.
rematch, and good luck in the
Thank you.
fight. Floyd's never
Thank
run it
you,
back
Ariel.
with any of these guys, so that would be a first. And hopefully you can finish what you started back on June 11th. So thanks so much, John. Appreciate it, and good luck to you.
Thanks for having me, Ariel. Appreciate it. Best of luck to you.
Same here. There he is, the one and only John.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I had to say that was very professional, articulate. I think he was being very straightforward and honest. And I'm kind of excited now. I'm really excited.
I know. I see Tony
Yeah.
Silos in the chat. Let me know if you want to come on, Tony. So there you have it. Oh, I need you to hold on for 1 second, okay?
Oh, no worries.
Hold on. Oh, I see Mad Dog back. Hold on. This dog wants a treat. Hold on.
Alrighty. Hey, Tricky Ricky, what's up? All right, Tony, I'll let her know when she comes back. Hold on, what was that? Rematch and no bad blood aside, and lost respect for Mayweather and his crew. I really do think I really think that would be good. I would honestly like to see a rematch. I just think with more security, and I really they got to push it out because it just felt like 2 minute 8 rounds just seemed to go by too quick. So
Hello?
yes.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm sorry. Yeah. She at a certain time of the night she gets very needy, like she needs a treat or something. So everybody, did you like that interview?
I did, but that's just me. Hey, Brian G, and don't do that. What's up?
That's what I said. And I said this the other night. I said, I hope my nephew gets in that ring and acts like an animal. Not racist, an animal. So now you have it. So they are working on a rematch. And please hit that like button, everybody. Thank you. He really is a good kid.
He really did a good job in that interview. He did
I know,
it very
but
well.
sometimes like sometimes you say things and you like, you're my enemy for life, or we're going to war, or I'm bringing heavy hitters, does not mean what that punk in Pennsylvania tried to make it mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but he's so irrelevant. He's going to keep injecting himself into this equation because he is that irrelevant.
Oh, okay. So speaking of that, I want to address something. Yeah, nobody said he wasn't. You just heard my nephew say that he was. I want to show something. Where is it? Hold on. Because this really, really bothered me, and I'm going to tell you why it bothered me. First of all, okay. First of all, Angela is married. She has a great husband, okay? And like all of us, we have men in our lives, husbands and fiancés, and the way he talks about the women on here, like all of us, is so disgusting and disgraceful. He wouldn't do that to any of the men that any of our husbands or any of our brothers or anybody's in our family's faces. Instead, he sits on a computer like a big jooch and abuses women and calls them all filthy names. Now, I'm going to play something that he said. And I can tell you right now that this is nothing that a real man like Angela's husband or my husband or your fiance would say to us. So I have to wonder who would say something like this. Is this the way he talks to the women in his life? Hold on.
Says I wear the pants in my family, FBS. You must, Angela. Because anybody I fucking know would tell their wife, why don't you shut the fuck up and get off the internet, bitch? You're humiliating yourself. And I'm humiliated for being your fucking husband. You know? It's just what I think. Look at this. I got some things over here.
Did you hear that? Did everybody hear that?
I heard that.
Nobody's husband here talks to their wives like that, unless that's what you do. Maybe you talk to your wife like that, but Angela's husband certainly doesn't talk to her like that. Mine doesn't talk to me like that. And Kevin,
I wish he would. I wish.
Exactly. I don't even know a man who would say that to their wife. You are an animal. You really are a disgrace. You are trash, is right. New day, new man, my way. You're right. He's trash. Talk like that to a woman. Exactly. Her husband would never speak to her like that. Who says things like that except for somebody who would say things like that, right or wrong?
He's a dirtball skank. And that's apparently the company he keeps.
Unbelievable. Really unbelievable. And then he said something about he thinks that my niece is suing him. When did I ever say that my niece was going to sue him? You know, like a little speck of dust on that you would find, like say a black countertop, and then there's always this little white speck on there. That's you on YouTube. Do you think my niece has any clue who the F you are? Why would my niece go after you? You make yourself way too important. But I'm going to tell you this. You said something about you'll take her papers and do with them what you did with mine. You didn't get mine yet. Just remember that. You didn't get mine yet. You know, you have a whole year. You know, you have a whole year. You went after my kids. You slandered my kids. You admitted that you slandered my kids. Don't play with me. I'm telling you right now, don't play with me. And don't even think that you are anything that my niece would ever worry about. Ever. You only wish that you had what my niece has. You only wish. You can't even imagine what my niece has. My niece wants to sue him, and then he'll do to my niece's papers what he did to mine. See, there's a whole new ball game now, fat bully. There's other people involved in this. Much bigger shit going on here. That's all I'm going to say about that. I want to show this. This is what I want to show. Because he has, it seems that Kane Shade's novellas really upset Gunsmoke and certain other people. But I'm going to show this. I'm going to show it a few clips that I found today when I was looking on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, here's one. Let's see this. Can you see this?
Yeah,
this is Mob Rat. Yeah, Mob Rats UK. I'll put your link in the chat.
Obviously, I'd want to see the opponent. I don't know who the fuck these two guys are. The one guy sounded like.
Okay, so he's backing out of the two fights, the two people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, he wants to see what they look like. Why? There's two men who offered to box you and get in the ring and box you instead of you sitting on the computer and calling all of us filthy, disgusting names. They offered to pay you to get in the boxing ring with them.
Like Renee almost. You know, I beat the brakes
No, he's not Renee. He's definitely not Renee.
off Renee. I'm not sure who they are. But yeah, if I thought it was a situation where I would have a fucking heart attack, they could call me a pussy all day. But I'm just crazy enough to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Just crazy enough to do it anyway. Otherwise, you know, I'll get somebody that'll fight them.
He'll get somebody that'll fight him. What a bitch.
Okay? He'll get
What
somebody
a
to
girl.
fight them. Instead, he'd rather sit on the computer and fight with women.
Oh my God. I can't believe
Without a
he
doubt.
said that.
Oh,
Wow.
you want to pay 20K or 35K? I got somebody else. Yeah, if I
No, but that person is not sitting on the computer trashing women, FBS. Why would you get that person to fight for you? You wanted to fight Lee Cole. Lee Cole is 60-year-old man, 62. You wanted to fight him. You offered to fight him.
don't, sure. You'll be all set. But Angel.
Now, wait till you hear this, Marla.
Okay.
I seriously, I'm not kidding. I have a girl. I'm gonna call her after the show. I have a woman that will definitely fight you in a ring. So, you know, we could both have fights. Let's see what Angel says. Yep. We could both definitely have fights in a ring. Yep. Because remember,
like all these shit.
Like, let me tell you something. Maybe you're used to trailer trash, white trailer trash. I'm not trailer park trash. I'm 62 years old. I'm a mother and a grandmother, and I am John Gotti's daughter. I am not a lowlife like you who wants women to get into the ring, and while you're too cowardly to get into the ring.
He said, bro, you were dangerous. He said, especially if your mind was wandering. We didn't know if you were creeping in the bushes outside the house. Like, I was fucking nuts. I was nuts. Maybe one more. Again, this is who you call a facha boot. And this is a member of your family. Well, she was a member of your.
He's now talking about MRE's sister who passed away.
What an animal.
He's a piece of shit.
Family. What STD exactly killed her? Just out of curiosity. Which one? Syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, AIDS?
obviously, I'd want to see the opponent. I don't know who the fuck these two.
I obviously would like to see the opponent. I don't know who they are.
What a pussy. One of them you were talking shit about left, right, and sideways. Now you want to see who he is first? You don't think that would have been a good idea to do before you started talking shit on him? I mean, this guy's the biggest ass clown out there. He just showed everybody how he survived prison.
He didn't go to prison. He didn't go to prison.
County, which makes it all the worse. Whatever he went to.
Hold on. Let me see what else is here. Hold on. Oh, here. This is Gunsmoke having a nervous breakdown or some kind of breakdown over Keen Shade's novella. Now, let me explain this to everybody. What these novellas are is, this is Mob Rats 1. These novellas are all our words. It's everything that we've said since being on here. It's they've had mine. King Shades even made fun of himself. He put himself in the novellas. He shows Lee Cole's words. All of our words are in these novellas. He even did a 2-hour movie. And because there were people on his panel who said that they liked the novella, look at the reaction he had the next day.
On my own fucking show. How about you give me some fucking praise? Salute, Falconetti. Content, please. Yeah, exactly. It has nothing to do with it, man. The guy's not even. I'm not saying you have to be Italian to be involved in this thing, but what the fuck is your angle, bro? Man? I'm at least half Italian. I knew a fucking Lucchese guy.
Yeah, where do you hear what he says? But did you know that King Shade's grandmother is from Italy? She's Italian too.
When I was a teenager, I used to run with him.
He hung out with a kid when he was 16, a Lucchese. Jesus.
Oh my God.
It's stupid, man. Like, what's your fascination with this shit? He just simps for Angel Gotti. That's
No, he's not simping for Angel Gotti. You used to simp for Angel Gotti. You used to simp for John Gotti, and I'm going to show that next.
all it is. He thinks he knows he's a fucking celebrity over there.
No, you used to think that.
All of them do. It's disgusting.
I can't wait to show you how disgusting it is.
They believe that bullshit over there. All the lies and stupid propaganda. Because they want to simp up to her. Oh, that's John Gotti's daughter. Oh,
Wait.
oh no. Who's the real fucking simp over there? Who's the real mob groupie? That's art. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's art. Art my ass. Totally diminishes everything I fucking do on here, bro. I get no credit for nothing. People piss all over me. It's enough.
Who pisses on you?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Nobody over here pees on you. Your own side pees on you. That's your problem.
Wait a minute. Who is he mad? Who is he saying that? Like, who is he? Is he getting mad at somebody in his chat that just said it, or is he talking about the whatever happened the day before? Like, who's he mad at this moment? Is he responding to a comment?
I don't know who's pissing on him. Nobody over here. I would have never even showed this if he didn't say my name.
It's enough. Don't ever come on my show bigging up any of my fucking enemies ever again. None of yous.
Oh, so he's mad at his own people, his own friends who he had up on the panel. Which one of them was Lee Cole? Another one.
Oh my
I forgot. I don't know who the other. I think. Excuse me. I have the hiccups. Mustache Pete. Oh, Fiordolino. And I don't know who the other guy was.
I love you guys. You know, it breaks my heart to fucking even talk like this on here. It really does.
It kind of sounds like you were okay with it while the conversation was going on, but then it sounds like FBS got mad at you, so you changed your whole tune the next day.
Because I know you guys didn't mean. This ain't the time or place for that bullshit. If you feel that way, keep it to yourself, or go over there and tell them that. You know, see how they treat you over there.
A lot of people come over here and I treat them just fine. I don't block anybody. I let anybody that wants to come in here. Everybody is welcome here. I have people from SoFlo's chat. I don't block them. I had somebody from FBS's chat in here. He even gave me a super chat. I don't block them. I don't block people just because they want to go in other people's chats.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go on about this bullshit. I really feel bad about it, you know? This is why I was going to leave it up to FBS to tell you guys. I wasn't even going to say nothing, but...
Yeah, you should have. Now.
I can't. I really can't. Oh my gosh. I know he sit down to piss. I know he sits down.
Now I want to show you who's Gotti Simps. Where do you see this? What do you notice in this picture?
They both got John Gotti pictures.
Oh, who? Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you've got a poster of John Gotti hanging on your wall. How many ones are there? None, right?
I don't see any. I don't see any.
Exactly.
They both got one.
I guess this is where they talk, where they got the matching John Gotti, well, not matching, but their little John Gotti posters. I think they wanted to like start a P.O. Box fan club or something. I'm not sure.
I like my poster better than his.
I like my poster better than your grandma and my grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma says, "Yo, grandma, my ship bum kid comes in naked, lets the room on fire." I can't sing that song, but if I had a good rhythm, I could have took it well. Could have went away.
This is a classic one, though. Yours is the classic picture.
I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, he likes his picture better.
Mine's
Okay.
the front cover of the Daily News that I got custom made.
He got custom made. How do you have that custom made? Did he go to a store and say, "Hey, can you please custom make me a poster of John Gotti from the news?" Well, remember, this clown right here, this deadbeat dad, did a video standing in front of this picture, holding his phone out like a selfie, making the little ducky lips. You know those duck lips the broads make? He was doing the ducky lips, saying, "I'm a proud Gotti simp," and all that. Fast forward 3 months later, and he's making lies up, trashing the whole family.
Okay, now who is the Gotti simp?
I know.
Yeah, exactly. Who's the Gotti simp? Not anybody over here.
Smoke.
Kane Shades. Kane Shades makes novellas. He puts every one of us in them. He's not a Gotti simp. Kane Shades, believe me when I tell you, is no Gotti simp. I'll bet you any amount of money he doesn't have a Gotti poster hanging on his wall.
You totally missed that. I did the slurping sound instead of saying what
I
I
didn't
wanted to
hear
say.
you.
I just didn't want
hear
everybody
you.
to think that I was snorting or anything. No, that's ridiculous. Angel, we
No.
gotta have a laugh. We gotta have a roast at
Yeah.
their expense. Like this is now become comical. You can't be. It's like you can't even get mad at this point. This is so comical.
I'm not mad. I'm far from mad. Far from it. I'm just showing everybody how the people who didn't know, now you know. Yeah, they call Angela simp for Angel. I don't have pics of her father on my wall. Angela, because they don't know the difference between simp and friend.
They don't have any idea what loyalty is either.
Ooh, Lowrider Girl has one. You probably made it. That's why. You like making those things. Really, really, really unbelievable. And then now I want to show you this. Okay. Now, I want to know, and I'm going to show this. Somebody sent this to me. I took the voice out so you can't hear what they're saying. But first, I want to know how somebody who has 538 live views, right? Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. 538 live views, but only has this people in their chat. How could that be?
Huh?
Yeah,
Give me that one again. Give me that one more time.
Okay. I'm going to show you 538 live viewers, but let's see. Let's watch the video. 538 watching right now. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the people that are in the chat. The chat's standing still.
Oh, that ain't right. When we
You want to see it
hell,
again? You want to see it
okay, I got
again?
you now. That chat ain't moving. No, when you got that many people in the chat, it's hard to say.
530. Somebody
No.
filmed that and then sent it to me. I took their voice off of it because I didn't want the person to be heard. But look, we'll watch it again. 538 people watching.
No way. That never
That
happens.
chat
That's
is
never
at a
happened.
dead standstill.
That's never happened. That is a bullshit lie. You cannot have that
Exactly.
many people in your chat and it's not moving. It's hard to keep up. When we get
Exactly.
over 250, it's hard to keep up. He's
Thank
telling
you.
me he's at that twice as much, and no way, no way.
Exactly. Now, Jeff Nadeau, last week, the night after the fight, we had 500 people. Angela had to turn on the chat. She had to turn on the slow mode. Remember that last
Yes,
week?
you even announced it. Yes.
And I even announced it. I said Angela had to turn on the slow mode because the chat was moving way too fast. That was 500 people we had. He had 538 and that was your chat? Bullshit.
Such
Keep
a
doing
liar.
stories about my family. Keep doing it and I'll keep showing more. Now, here's another thing. He had 100 and look, he has 53 minutes ago, right? He had 144 likes. But then it went down to 119. How does that happen?
Did they buy him and take him away like they do over here?
What?
Wasn't there times when it goes up and down? Like when you said, like, there'll be times I'll tell you something and then somebody will say something different in the chat, and you said like they can buy him likes and then take them away or something like that.
Something happened. Something happened. Right? Something happened.
I don't know. I don't know. That just doesn't. That don't. But you know what? Even when that's happened to us, we've never lost that many. Put them likes up again, because if it was, we're only off by. It's like there'll be maybe 5, 10 at best. He literally went from. So what the original was
144 to 119.
Oh no, no, no! You can go back and check ours. That's not how that works at all.
538 watching. And that's the chat.
Now, how do you get away with that?
Well, obviously he didn't get away with it. Somebody caught it and sent it to me.
No, I mean, YouTube wouldn't catch that and throw them out or do something about that.
Obviously no. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Oh, wait a second. I forgot. Hold on. There was something here. Oh, man. How come it's not here? Let me go back. I have to go all the way back. Hold on. Because I saw something earlier and I would have forgotten all about it. Wow. I got to go all the way back. I hope this goes all the way back. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Please go all the way back. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm scrolling all the way back to the beginning, so I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I forgot something. Okay.
Get well
Gotta go
soon.
all the-
Get well soon, Evan.
What's the matter with Evan?
He's got a nasty fever he can't break.
Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know where it went.
Oh, JL, I don't know the answer to that. I didn't catch that.
Okay. I don't know where it went. There was a $50 super chat from Edwin. I don't know now if it was on this show or if it was on the one we did earlier, But thank you so much, Edwin. That's so very, very generous of you and so very sweet of you. Thank you. And I'm so sorry because it's not here now. I don't know if it was on the other show and we didn't get to it, but I'm telling you right now, thank you so much, Edwin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It must have been on the other show and we didn't I didn't want to interrupt the ladies, the
Yeah.
women. So I'm so sorry I missed it, Edwin. Let me see. I just passed some up. Okay. I guess that they were on when they came up when the interview was on. Hold on. I'm probably not going to be able to monetize this anyway. Okay, I'm scrolling down now. I scrolled all the way up. Now I'm scrolling down.
Even if you do it the way they want you to do it, they still won't monetize you. Like if you like the way you just
I
did
don't
the
know. I
interview.
haven't monetized like the last four, I think. I monetized the one earlier that we did, so I don't think there'll be any problems with that one. But we'll see. I don't know. I keep getting a copyright claim. All right, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm skipping down your comments because I want to thank the people who sent these super chats, and I see I missed some.
Do they come up on your other side? Because I can see all the ones you've gotten.
You do? You could
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see what Ange says. Tony, the other night I wasn't watching, just listening. I was confused on who was talking. I was not talking about you in that comment. It's since been deleted because it looks like I was. Oh, I don't know what that's about. You could see the super chats?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got 3 from Kevin and then 1 from BK. Sal Crook.
Oh, I can't see them. Hold on.
Your first one is at 11:59. I mean, I'm sorry, 11:53.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh, here we go. Okay. Kevin, thank you again so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And then
Okay.
next one is 12:02 and then
Okay.
12:09.
Okay, I'm coming down. Oh boy, what a long day. How was your day, Marla?
It was good. I'm not gonna lie. Got a little busy towards the end, but
Okay, the other night, you fell asleep, and so did I.
when?
Hold on. Thank you so much again, Kevin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. The other night, um, uh, MRE came on
Oh,
and
yeah. I'm
you fell
sorry.
asleep, and then I text you. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I text you. I said, "Are you up?" You didn't answer. I said, "Oh, let me drop her before we start hearing any kind of noises." And then MRE was what a talkative mood he was in. He was talking and talking, and I fell asleep. It was, I think, about 3:30 in the morning. I just couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. I fell asleep. Okay, I'm coming down.
Oh, you know what? That showed up on my end twice because I
Oh,
remember I
again.
texted you the next morning.
Wait 1 second. Thank you again, Kevin. That's like the third or fourth one. Thank you so much. Really,
Yeah, he
thank
sent you
you.
3.
Oh, okay.
How do you say
Okay.
his last name?
Fahi, Fahi, Fahi,
Fahi?
Fahi. I don't
Okay.
know. Fahi, Fahi. Okay, I'm coming down.
And your last one is 12:15.
Look at this. I saw Nadeau give an hour interview about John Gotti. The host was impressed, saying how much he knew. Everything was straight out of Gotti's Wikipedia entry in the exact order, too. No doubt. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. Nothing would surprise me. Thank you so much, BK Sal Crook. Thank you again. That's very, very nice of you. Thank you. All the best, Angel. Thank you. Everybody's so nice here. He gave an interview. Imagine the nerve. The ball's on him, and you're not even you're buying viewers. You're buying I said this on FBS's show, and FBS is like, "Oh, don't drag me into this." And
Oh
he sat
yeah,
there
I saw that part.
and he sat there laughing because he knows damn well we both watched him do it. Then he tells me, I'll sue you. Yeah, go ahead. It's
For
going to be
telling the
pretty hard.
truth.
Yeah, for telling the truth. It's going to be pretty hard for you to do that. 538 viewers and only 10 people in your chat. Get the hell out of here. Are you chewing on something?
No, I was getting something out of a bag.
Okay. So I'm going to drop the link. Let's see who wants to come on. Oh, that's not nice. Carol, stop, Carol. Stop, Carol. I feel so bad when she does this. Thank you so much, Carol. But that's overboard. Oh, look who's here.
Carol, are we still on this weekend?
Okay. I'm gonna have something for you, Carol, and Angela. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Carol. Hello there, Tony Silo.
Hello, ladies.
What'd you think of the interview?
You
I
stole
seen it
words
already.
right out of my mouth. How'd you see it so fast?
Don't worry about it. No, I seen it today, this morning. This afternoon,
yeah.
whatever.
I was going crazy looking for it because all they had was like 40 seconds on Instagram. And then I'm clicking and waiting, and then finally, like I think about 5 or 6 o'clock, it came up on YouTube.
Yep.
So how is everything?
100% great.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
So,
You're not very talkative.
no, I just got in. I was been out all day. I had to do a few things.
Yes.
You're talking about the gloves. I told you about that the other night. Remember you have the Vinny's gloves?
Yes.
Okay. Feel that glove, how thin it is, and the leather is tight. So when you hit somebody, you hurt them.
Okay.
Remember we were talking about that?
Right. That's right. The Reyes.
Reyes. That's my
That's
favorite.
not what he said tonight.
He called them Carlito Reyes. It's a guy from Mexico who raps them like that. They're for guys who want to do damage to another person. It's like Sugar Ray Leonard would use Everlast, and when he fought Tommy Hearns, he wanted Reyes. The puncher always wants Reyes, or the guy who wants to try and knock you out wants to use Reyes. Reyes gloves are never used in exhibition, unless it never ever. So
are you kidding?
No. You can barely get them past in a fight anymore because of the damage they do. So
he wore those gloves
No.
on my nephew.
He didn't. He wanted to. Nobody agreed to it because that was something he tried to pull at the arena. He never mentioned the gloves up until the arena. That's a little shady. Why would you want to use puncher's gloves in an exhibition but never even talk about it?
Oh, I thought my nephew said he had them on.
No, they were in the locker room. There was a pair of Reyes, a pair of Everlast, and I think a pair of Top something. I forgot. I don't use either one of those. I only use Reyes when I train. But you can hurt somebody. That's made to hurt somebody.
Oh, I thought he said that he saw that he had them on.
No, he had his hands wrapped and he wanted to put them on.
Oh, okay. Well, how would my nephew know that?
Oh, because somebody goes in each locker room to watch them tape your hands.
Oh, okay.
Which he was already had his hands taped when John got there with Derek. So
Okay.
you're supposed to wait for the opposition trainer to watch him tape your hands because you don't know how they tape your hands.
Oh.
See, there was a guy one time, Antonio Margarita fought Miguel Cotto, and he used, the wrap they use to make a cast? It feels like a gauze until you wet
Yes,
it.
until you wet it. Exactly.
Right, but if your hands get sweaty, it starts getting harder.
Oh.
That's an old trick. They did it to another guy, Irish Billy Collins at the Garden one time. He eventually committed suicide because they couldn't figure out this guy beat him up with every punch. He had casts in his hands and he took the padding out of the gloves. His trainer got suspended for life in New York.
Are you kidding?
No, swear to God.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and then this guy Margarito did it to Miguel Cotto, and they couldn't understand why all of a sudden this guy become a knockout puncher that night. But they seen little cuts around the tips of like underneath his knuckle, above his knuckles, and one up his forearm where the tape ends. When it got harder, if you play around with that plaster too much, it'll cut you. Regular gauze and tape, how you wrap your hands, don't cut your arms. So then he fought a guy named Shane Mosley. Okay, this guy Margarita. And his trainer went in there and looked at it and he goes, no. He goes, that's not regular. And when they tested it, it was the stuff they make a cast out of. So they fought
Wow.
Yeah. And he used it they don't even know how many fights he used it.
Plaster. Cuban
Yes.
B says plaster. Yeah.
That's what it is. Plaster. Turns into a cast.
Wow. You got to be kidding me. So now, you mean each boxer goes in and watches the other get their hands taped up?
The trainer does. Boxing always staying there on.
You're saying Derek Panzer went into Mayweather's locker room and watched his hands get tied up?
Right. And then when they got there, from what I understand, somebody sent the message, Floyd's going to use Reyes gloves. I've been around you since April, if I'm John. Why would you want to use Reyes on June 11th when we never discussed this? So, John, you could tell by the way he was talking. It hit him when he got there. He wants Reyes gloves. This guy never, ever. Yeah, but he's never used Reyes gloves, Mayweather.
Oh.
He's got bad hands. They break all the time. So if you got weak hands, the first thing you don't want to do is use Reyes. You want to use Everlast. It's got more padding in it.
Okay.
So that's kind of effed up. But I told you that last week, I think, when we were talking about it. The Reyes gloves were that.
Yes, I remember the conversation, but I didn't remember the name because my nephew said something else.
They're called knockout gloves. If you look at the gloves that Vinny gave you, those are Reyes.
Okay, yes.
I'm positive. So, yeah, that's what he wanted to use. Wow, that's telling you that he wants to knock you out.
Edwin, I want to thank you so much, Edwin, for the super chat. You sent the super chat. I didn't know if it was on this show or the other show, but thank you so very much, Edwin. Very, very generous. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No worries. I had a question about the suspension. Now, I thought it's originally, if it was in Florida, I thought it was just in Florida. So now they were saying on the interview that if you're suspended in one state, the other ones hold it up as well.
Well, where they're going to fight the rematch, you don't have to worry about that suspension. He just wants it lifted off of his record anyway because it wasn't a real fight. It was an exhibition. It wasn't sanctioned. But they're not fighting there anyway.
Yeah, no, don't say anything with it.
I'm not saying.
Marlon knows. Marlon knows. But okay, so thank you, David. So anyway, so he was going to use those gloves on my nephew. What the heck is wrong with him? Why would he do that? This was personal for him, huh?
I'm telling you, you can ask Jen. I said he had something up his sleeve the whole time. He was going out of his way to be too nice.
And he's usually not nice.
Nah, he's usually cocky,
Right, exactly.
mocks you, and he was very upset about what happened at the weigh-in. I said that too. It sounded like an army for the one side and 5 people. Go back to the weigh-in video, the quick one. When you hear everybody yelling Gotti, Gotti, it sounds like an army. When they're saying Floyd, it sounds like about 5, 6 people.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you get upset over that? People come to watch him fight. We have a very loyal, loyal people. Like, I mean, they're good people. They're not
Angel, this isn't
yeah, I
that.
guess
This
it
is
is.
an
It's ego.
ego.
You're
This is
right.
ego. He's supposed to be the most popular, the best pound for pound boxer. But you got to remember something. There was no money team at the weigh-in. Only a few people. The
Right.
money team didn't show up till the night of the fight. So everybody who knows about this money team, you're full of shit.
Right.
There might have been 4 of them at the hotel. And we discussed that, me and John. Remember, they stayed in these little hotels. They weren't getting to stay over there. So if you go back and listen to the when they're yelling Gotti, Gotti, it sounded there was at least 100 people at that weigh-in for Gotti. Maybe 5, 6 people for Mayweather.
Wow. Look what Game for War says. Did you ever hear about this? Boxing is too corrupt. Tell JG3 to have someone watch his water. Andrew Golota claimed that someone poisoned his water during a fight, made him lose.
Nah, there's people who use that, but Andrew Galotta's out of his mind. No.
Oh,
And
really?
I liked him too, but he was just crazy. No. They've used things in their own water. You're going back to the 1950s, 60s when they used to poison the not no more. They'll never do that.
Oh, okay.
John brings his own water.
Oh, look at this. Natasha says, I think Floyd wanted to knock out your nephew for the sake of knocking a Gotti out. It's a power trip, pure ego.
Yeah.
Well, he said it, Marla. You said you seen it. He said he didn't want to fight, number 1, African Americans, and number 2, he didn't want to go the distance with any more of these white boys.
Really?
I think somebody told me he got clowned on Black Twitter for that because
a few times. Yes.
Yeah, he got clowned for that. So I think that was like because so much were just the more the fellas talked about being at the fight, things just wasn't adding up, and then to call it in the 6th, and it to me, I felt like it feels like it's. His ego must really run off a lot of people if he's that petty.
Well, not for nothing. Find another boxer who brings 200 people in his own entourage to the fight. Nobody. Not even Muhammad Ali had an entourage like that.
Yeah, that was a little strange. And then why come out with a baby?
He's trying to revamp his reputation as a good guy. Forget about it. You just damaged yourself more. I mean, it's ridiculous. Bringing the baby out there at that time of night. You got all them people following you into the ring. Then they can't find where they're sitting because they forgot they weren't really part of the money team. They were just there for a show. And then they had to go sit in the back and they thought they were sitting up front. No, he wasn't buying you guys tickets. So he's just an egomaniac.
Wow.
But the gloves is a big statement, though. Those gloves are made when you want to hurt somebody. And he's never, ever used Reyes.
Oh, God. BK Sal Crook, you met him? Oh, you met my brother at Lenny's? Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. A boxer denied knowing that plaster was in his gloves. Impossible for the boxer to not feel plaster. The other boxer died. Who was the boxer that died?
No, he's talking about Irish Billy Collins when he got beat up. First of all, it was plaster, but they took the actual padding out of the gloves as well. And when the kid Collins' father went to go shake his hand after the fight, he squeezed the glove and actually felt his hand. You can't feel a hand through a glove.
Oh, wow.
That was some, Madison Square Garden got a black eye. The New York State Athletic Commission, half of the guys got fired because of that. Nobody, and that's why people go watch the gloves and the hands now, because of that fight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a disaster. That guy was
Oh, wow. Who clicked on it? Oh, Molly, you clicked on it?
Yeah.
David, you for your pets, Angel. By the way, 2 days ago, I sent Sammy the Bull a 45. What's SC?
super
Oh,
chat.
super chat. A $45 super chat. Didn't get my answer at all. Instead, they blocked me. Oh, I'm so sorry. LOL. One question you don't have to answer. But who bugged Ravenite to harm JG in your opinion? It's always guarded. I don't think the FBI could get in. Um uh well, the FBI did get in, so they say. She was always home. The woman upstairs, what was her name again? Nettie? She
Yes.
was always home, and supposedly the FBI went there and told her that the I don't know, something, the gas company, something had to do work there, and they, I think they paid for her to go away or something like that, and then they went up there and bugged it. A lot of people seem to think that Gravano placed the bug up there, but what a lot of people don't talk about is that Gravano was caught on bugs as well. So
But
he
Angel,
for him
if
to bug himself, he was talking, and then he was having conversation. He was caught on those recordings as well.
Angel,
Yeah.
if you have a deal possibly already in place, I'd talk too if I was in his position. I would never do it, but if you know you're gonna rap, why not talk? Who gives a fuck? They don't care about you.
You think so?
If you already know, come on, everybody says he knew he was gonna rap. What do you care if you're on the bug? Everything he's done his whole life wasn't on that bug, and he got away with that too. Did he admit it to?
Hmm.
Come on, if you gotta listen, Messina was wearing a wire and talking to Vinny in prison.
Yeah, this is true.
And Messina was admitting to things he did on that same tape. I heard it. So guess what? If you know you're turning, flipping, why not talk? They'll let you do whatever. Listen, do you know after
But
he
doesn't
made
that
the?
have to come out?
There's a lot of things I got to be very honest with you that Krieger didn't do that Cutler or Shargell would
Yeah,
do. You know,
exactly.
Krieger is very good with drug dealers at that time down in Florida, getting them off because he wasn't really even getting them off. He was making a deal a year here, a year there. But Krieger wasn't made for a New York courtroom. But the problem was not many people wanted to go in there as a defense attorney because the decks were stacked against them no matter what they did. So, look, F. Lee Belly went there to be interviewed and they threw him out. They destroyed a whole legal team just to go get this man even more. Come on.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
listen, my father was uh listen, the private eyes and people came forward and people said things that my father would not let the attorneys use in court because my father said we're not rats, he's a rat. And there was something that was so horrible that my father would not let them bring up because he because of his wife and kids. It
Because
was
he's a
that
man.
bad.
Because
Because it
he's a
was
man.
exactly, but it was that bad that my father would not let them and they had pictures too, and my father would not let them say that in court.
Yeah, but here's another thing nobody really brings up.
Well, let me just say thank you so
Yeah.
much, David. That's extremely generous. Thank you so much. And I feel bad that you got blocked and you gave him a super chat and they blocked you. You should have canceled it because he's a piece of shit. You should have just really canceled it. But thank you so much. Really, thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tony.
You know, his family knew about it a week before they exposed it. He went back in with your father and Frankie for a week before he left. You know, so that's how dirty the FBI plays. Once you agree, okay, you're supposed to be escorted immediately. Listen to him and out of his own words. He went back in with your father for 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
And his family walked around Brooklyn and Staten Island like nothing ever happened. So they're all full of shit in that family. They should have a DD fund for him. Drop dead. I mean, I don't like that guy.
Yeah, well, I don't like him at all. He's a piece of garbage. Him and his 2 sons. Michael, thank you so much, Michael. Thank you, Michael Bucks. Thank you. Not for nothing, but everybody's talking about that he killed his brother-in-law. He killed a 16-year-old innocent kid.
How can
That's
you
the worst.
kill the child? That's number one. And
Yeah.
look, whatever happens in that life, how could you sleep with your wife knowing you killed her brother as well? I mean,
I don't
there's
know how
two
she stayed with him.
money. Turns
I
out
would
that
have
money.
killed him myself.
Turns
He
out
went
that
in-
money. Listen, she became a drug dealer. She got caught on a bug. Okay,
Yeah.
she stole money from him. It got caught on a bug. You know, she robbed him. So, and that's on a bug. They got into an argument on a bug. So, you know, and he called her out on it. He said, "Listen, that thing is 7,500 short. You're the only one who had the money." So
You
either
hear the way he talked to her?
yeah, but
He
it's
is
either
ignorant.
it's either the wife or the other son. You know, the one with the long hair. One of them robbed it because they were the only 2 in possession of that money. So they were even robbing each other.
Thank you, Michael. What happened?
They stole the money out of his drawer.
Yeah.
You know, so what are you talking about with these people? They're all dirtbags. They all got mugshots.
Look at liberal candy ass. He cracks me up. He cracks me up.
What it says.
No, he did.
No, the picture cracks me up, not what he said. Yeah, not with his picture. This cracks me up. It's Nadu as the Pillsbury Doughboy.
He's gaining weight again, that little guy.
Oh, is he?
He looked fat in the picture the other day, and that's recently.
If a 16-year-old is a child, what good is the word teenager? He just turned 16. He died 3 days after his 16th birthday. So yeah, that's a child to me.
Everybody is somebody's child.
Exactly.
Period. But that was a younger child.
He's a boy. He's not even. He just turned 16. Could you imagine? He had his brand new a sweatsuit that he got for his birthday on when he was killed. That's like so sickening to me.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting that they did that. And then they lie about it. But the way they lie also, you know what? You had to admit everything as a rat that you are. Why didn't you just say that one of your guys shot him in the front, in the back? Because that's where he was shot, not in the back, not the front, like you claim.
Yeah. And blame it on the dead guy. How do we know that you can't believe a word he says? Not a word he says. Listen, my brother's got his 302s. My brother knows what's in those 302s. Gravano killed that kid.
Yep. It was his
And
little
the
crew.
FBI went to Joy's house and told them, well, sorry, there's nothing you could do about it. He's going to testify against, whatever. It's sickening.
You know, I mean, look at because of what your dad did with one of his best friends and like an uncle to you guys, okay? That started another war because he would not do anything harmful to him and he just put him on the side. You know what I'm saying? So that proves that your father didn't hurt anybody
No,
in his,
well, I
you
believe
know,
that I heard somebody saying this. I think it could have been Mikey Scars. I'm not sure, but they said like Gravano killed his friends. John Gotti didn't kill his friends.
killed listen, he even killed his bartender.
Damn.
I mean, come on. Jack the bartender got it. Mikey the guy who was supposed to be like a father figure when his father died. And he helped the family out. I mean, his sister worked in the office. Come on, man. Ridiculous. He's a piece of shit.
Who's CGI? Who wants me to drop the link for CGI? Who is he?
Oh, boy.
Teens are young, but they're not children. I said boy, first of all, and I said he killed somebody's child. Teens are young, but they're not children. Okay, so he killed a teenager. Does that make you feel better, CGI services? Seriously, does that make you feel better? He killed a teenager, an innocent boy, teenager. Does that make you feel better?
That's absolutely ridiculous. You have to even make that kind of correction.
Exactly. Yeah, like
You moron.
that's missing the forest for the trees right there.
And he
That's
comes back.
ridiculous.
He comes back and writes, "Yeah, no, okay."
Michael wants to know, Angel, what do you think about Mikey Scars, who talks about your father and your brother? I don't like Mikey Scars because of what he did to my brother. The last case was a death penalty case. So I don't like him, but he is on here calling out Gravano's lies. So um, I don't know. It's like all right. I'm grateful that you're calling out Gravano on his lies. That's all I could say.
I tell you what, though, if you notice and you watch these other people, if you're ever for the Gottis, okay, you're gonna get bashed. No matter if you're a rat, you're a civilian, family member, they're gonna trash you. Mikey Scars is not getting trashed by other rats, and every once in a while he'll say something nice about them as well. I hope this guy doesn't do a flip flop when he's out of nice things to say. Trust me. It's just very weird. It's strange how nobody's bashing him for contradicting Sammy, who they're all in business with.
What do you
It's just that
mean?
I just think that he's gonna go the other way. Even RJ, all of a sudden, acting like a cocky little bitch. You know, something's up there. Eventually, something's gonna happen there. I
You
don't
think
trust
so?
him. Yeah, because you know what? Nobody is. Sikali, who was brought up to him the other day, didn't say a bad word about him. Who is that other one? Calandra always attacks him because they hate each other. That's the only one who goes after him. But Calandra's like, he wasn't even in the mob. Come on, he was a little boy when he flipped. They just leave him alone. And you know what? You can't be praising John Gotti and John Gotti Jr. and be left alone. It's just not the way it works on here. I hate to say it. And if you look at RJ, he went from this real nice guy to looking like he's a bit cocky lately. I understand fame makes you swelled head, but he's very tight when they do. They had FBS on the show, I believe, for a
That's
minute.
what I said. Like
Something's
that
wrong.
like turned me so far off. That turned me right off because I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going
forget about it.
to
But
talk about things that were said to me, but
as
that
far
was
as I
such a
know,
turn off.
as far as I know from people I know, he never knew Anthony Ruggiano. Why is he taking pictures with him at
No,
some
he never
location?
did. Please, these people are so fake on here.
Okay, but why are they taking?
Luciano is such a liar, but you know what? He pretends he knew people that he didn't even know. It's like I feel like sometimes I really feel like I'm in a twilight zone. Like they had over 100 cooperators testify against my brother, except for Ruggiano. You want to know why? Because Ruggiano did
He don't
not
know
know
him.
my brother. Exactly. Was never in his company. Does not know my brother. But yet Ruggiano gets up here and says, "Oh, yeah, A-Light was the tougher." Well, are you out of your mind? What did A-Light promise you? A-Light promised him a lot, and A-Light delivered, and Ruggiano had a lie.
Well, he got him into the YouTube, and he got him everywhere, you
Yes,
know.
he got him all these shows. He got
It
him on all
just,
these shows.
it just doesn't look. Something looks wrong there.
With the RJ thing, yeah, I was very disappointed because I thought out of everybody on this whole YouTube thing that RJ was genuine. He's a gentleman, but listen, what he did, and then Scars going into FBS's chat when you know that that piece of shit does nothing but abuse every single woman on here, every member of my family, and you go into his chat, you just showed me that you're not real. Sorry. That whatever
Exactly.
you whatever.
You know,
So
and
yeah, I don't have an interest in listening to anything anybody says anymore. Nothing.
it's just
'Cause they're
something
all
that
fake. Everybody, they're all fake. Durit Frank, thank you so much. Angel, we were neighbors in Howard Beach. I was on 151st and 79th. Oh wow. Now who lives? Is that Lindenwood, right? I think 151st and 79th. Yeah, that's Lindenwood. Oh, very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
you know the pictures with Gravano's family. Why would I just sent it to you? RJ with is that Deborah Gravano or her sister?
Let me see. Well, they're twins, I think.
That's why I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, I
But
think
I mean,
that her and her sister are twins. I could be wrong.
now this isn't a recent picture. This was 5-6 months ago.
Yeah.
You know, there's something just don't make sense with this guy. I think he's
Oh, that
in a.
doesn't look like her. It could be her, but
Oh no,
I
that's
don't know.
her.
Oh,
What's it say?
that's Deborah? Oh yeah, that is
Yeah, yeah.
Deborah.
So you tell me, it doesn't add up. You know, sometimes you have to look a little bit away from the actual man to see what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, but don't forget, Mikey Scars did tell everybody that when him and Sammy Gravano did, they were going to do something together, but Scars said that he told him, but you have to tell the truth. You
But wait a
can't
minute.
lie.
Hold on.
And Gravano, like that was it. That was the end of it. They weren't going to do anything together because Scars told him you have to tell the truth.
That was 5 years ago. That picture's about 3 months old.
What do you mean
Gravano,
5 years ago? He didn't say that was 5 years ago.
sure it did. He said it was his second day out. He called them and they started talking a couple of months after he got out, and Scars said no. So that was 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. This picture's 3 months old. I listened to every detail. I know exactly what he said. He was his second phone call when he got home. They spoke for about a month, and he said absolutely not. He wouldn't do it. But this picture is recently in Florida when RJ went down to visit Mikey Scars.
Yeah, well, I believe that supposedly Gravano told the story that Scars said something about him to his kids or grandchildren with
Yeah, I heard it.
granddaughter. Yeah, and Mikey Scars says that's absolutely not true. So
I
who
believe it's.
but
I
who
believe.
cares, really?
I don't care either. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be shocked if he flipped a different way again. Once you flip one time, you can flip again.
I don't know. Once you come on here and you start telling, like all these stories and you start calling out Gravano and saying he's lying, and then you're sitting there and you're telling, which I think is the truth so far, about my father and my brother, it's going to be pretty hard for you to flip and people not look at you like, wow, you're
Okay, I'll give you a better example then. Michael Francis, all right? He was attacking him, calling your father. Sammy couldn't be anything like your father on your father's worst day, his best day. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
His reputation. Then they had a fight at their little bullshit thing. I heard it was on a short, and now they're business partners. So money makes people do strange things.
Yeah, but Michael's from what I understand, Mikey Scars is not in this for the money.
A lot of people say that. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be something bigger coming behind what you sometimes you have to take a bit of a loss. Okay, like in business, they always say you're not making no money your first year and a half, right? But down the road you will. It happens, you know. I just don't trust this guy RJ no more. He's very sly and meeting with a lot of people and taking pictures with a lot of people that are bad.
Well, to me, the worst was talking.
FBS.
Yeah, that was the worst. That's the
Mhm.
worst.
Yeah.
Michael says I don't like Jimmy Calandra, John Eli, Tony Flo, and the other piece of shit FBS. I don't blame you. Although this Flo guy, I have to be honest,
He's chilling out.
yeah, he really is, and he also is going after FBS, and it seems that FBS is awfully afraid of him.
Well, he's got to have something. You know what I mean? They were down there with him for a week and a half that time, and he thought that was his buddy, you know. And look, it's a manipulation between the both of them, and I think they both got shit on each other during that week and a half, and then they became, you know, associates, we'll say. And look at what associates do. Look what Gravano did to all his associates.
Yeah,
Killed them or put them away for longer. You know, so he's got to have something on him. I don't think the guy down there gives a fuck what you have on him. He's got no shame at all, but he's been quiet, you know. But he's got something.
Project DARPA. All right, LOL. Was gonna go to sleep a couple of hours ago, but just as soon as I thought I was out, the show pulled me back in. Good night. Good night, DARPA. Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Nothing shocks me. That's all I could
Well,
tell
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
Nothing shocks me anymore.
Exactly. I mean, you see this crap that goes around, and no, I'm not shocked by anything on here no more.
Yeah, nothing on here shocks me.
But
It
he wants
really
to play.
doesn't. Did you see with the video I showed before?
Which one?
What Nadeau?
Really
doesn't. Did you see
I
the video I
yeah.
showed? How
Who's
did I
this?
see no evil?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Did you see
Yeah.
You have to shut
You
the
gotta
stream.
lower it.
Yeah,
I
you got to
will.
shut the
Sorry.
YouTube off.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
How you guys doing?
How are
Good, buddy.
you?
Hey,
Did
how
I
you
talk to
doing?
you this morning from the airport?
I think you did. You came on Edwin?
No, I was on
Oh,
Stiggs for a little bit. He called me up when I was getting ready to fly out somewhere else.
that's nice.
Yeah, I seen you somewhere today.
Yeah, I did talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talked on Edwin's the other night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Edwin. He's doing pretty good, Edwin, with his show.
Yeah, he's doing all right. He
Shared
gives
it.
you,
I
you
think
know.
we shared it today or yesterday. Yes, he is.
such a
I
gen-
watched it with the one he did with MRE. I watched it this morning. I listened to it.
Oh, hold on. I got a question because I gotta be rated by a content creator because I said your father didn't like Cracker Barrel. He didn't like Cracker Barrel, did he?
Listen, this thing with my father, everybody keeps asking. My father never went to Cracker Barrel. Why does everybody keep asking? What idiot on here said my father loved Cracker Barrel?
Not even the Cracker Barrel.
Vinny Bracco today and told me I didn't know what the F I was talking
No,
about.
I don't know what he's talking about. I really don't know what he's talking about. It's my Uncle Pete loved Cracker Barrel. My brother John loved Cracker Barrel.
That's
my
exactly what
cousin
I said.
John.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what I
I
said.
loved Cracker Barrel. We loved to go. Every time we went to visit my father, we went to Cracker Barrel. My father's never been to a Cracker Barrel. Please.
Well, he said he met him there.
No, he did not.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm not
give me a break.
I'm not bashing you, dude, but don't say shit that ain't true that other people know.
Oh, my father never went to Cracker Barrel. It was my Uncle Pete, my brother John, my cousin John, my cousin Johnny boy. We all loved Cracker Barrel.
Tony, you think maybe he said he cracked him with a barrel? Maybe is that what he said?
Yeah, maybe.
No. he said he loved the chicken fried steak. I said you're full of. I didn't say you're full of shit. I said you're wrong. I said you're wrong.
Wow. Like, where would Vinny get that from?
I don't know. Tweet. Where did he get it from?
He said he seen him there.
No,
Right.
that's not true.
Who do you
Where
call
the
Tweet?
hell? Where's Cracker Barrel
Oh,
in New York?
God.
In where your father hung out? Nowhere, is
There
there?
was no Cracker Barrel in New York.
I never seen a Cracker Barrel in Long Island or the 5 boroughs. Never.
I only saw one on the road down to Florida. That's why I saw it.
Yeah. In Illinois, let me think. Where was it?
Country towns.
Marion, Illinois, and then there was there a Cracker Barrel in Springfield? I don't ever remember going to a Cracker Barrel in Springfield, but I could be wrong.
But
But
you're absolutely wrong, Tony. You don't know what you're talking. Okay.
no,
I said
he
he was
doesn't know
never
what
there.
he's talking about. He was never there.
First of all, your father wouldn't take a shot or get one of his suits cracked on the benches in there, like scratched or something.
Nah, he believe me. Maybe if somebody picked it up and brought it to him, maybe he would eat it. But did he go into a Cracker Barrel? No.
I couldn't even picture that. Go and getting the old candy, maybe.
They keep this. I don't know who started it though. There's somebody who started this. This is years ago. They've been.
It was
asking
written
me-
in an article somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
I
but it was
remember
my-
seeing it. I just can't remember the article because I thought it was weird.
It's my Uncle Pete.
And John's been to Cracker Barrel, but we're talking about Cracker Barrel. These people really think he was at Cracker Barrel. Come on.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
It
wasn't him. It was he's got to be confused with my Uncle Pete or my brother because we would go to Cracker Barrel when we went to visit him. And I used to go to the one in Florida when I was in Florida. When I lived in Florida, I would always go to Cracker Barrel. I love Cracker Barrel.
I can't. I won't walk into Cracker Barrel.
Oh, it's so nice inside, especially at Christmas time. I bought so many Christmas decorations when I was there.
I can see you doing that.
Oh, I bought so many. I still have them too.
Did you buy one of the chairs outside?
No, because you can't get that on the plane. And
I know.
it costs more to ship it than the chair. You pay for the chair. But
Absolutely.
no, I loved Cracker Barrel. I love the old time candy they have in there. They have
Candy
the
shop is
soda
good, I heard.
pop. Yeah, they have the. They also sell CDs like country music. I love that place.
It's like a little country store.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a country store.
Right out of Mayberry.
Exactly.
Wait, this is funny. Wait, Michael says it makes me sick to hear these guys putting a light on top. If your dad was out in the streets and your brother, they would not talk shit. Yeah, you're not kidding.
A-Light was the secret boss, my man. Where you been?
Yeah. Where you been?
Did he get?
Where's your picture? Come on,
I'm
Andrew. Where's
coming
that
for
picture?
it. I'm
I
going
knew
for
it.
it.
I knew it.
And now everything. Let's see. Where is it?
Bing.
Okay, where did it go?
Right there, Tom.
What?
You think they had the gloves rigged because he had the wraps on before the fight?
There he is, that little marshmallow in the middle. They want you to think that he was trying to convince you. This is the late 80s, and he wants you to know that he was my father's right-hand man. Every time I look at this picture, I crack up. He wants you to think that he was my father's hit man, and he babysat my brother John.
Yeah.
He can bungee jump.
He should burn that lifeguard shirt. He's walking around with a lifeguard shirt on. He needs to let.
You see, you know what it is? Why people think that it's true is because he looks the part now. But when my father was home, that's what he looked like. And he don't look the part there.
He don't look the part.
He could pass off the part now. If you didn't know him, you would think that maybe it was true.
You gotta have a little height to you, Angel. I mean,
yeah, but he's always sitting down.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he's always sitting down.
So what you said now, see no evil about these gloves?
What is that?
You were gonna say something about the gloves or the wraps?
I said, you said that You said Mayweather had his hands wrapped when they went in there already. So did they take him off the shoulders, not under?
No,
Oh
they
shit.
didn't. And I would have said no, but now I don't know. You know, the hands were already wrapped. He wanted to use a different type of glove. That doesn't add up to good things. And I think the kid's intuition is right on. He wanted to do damage to him.
And he wouldn't take his gloves off after the fight. He kept his gloves on too.
He left with his gloves. Did you see that? Not
They were
many
on.
people pick. Yeah. That's a lot of tricky shit, but it ain't going to happen next time. And it ain't going to happen in a new location, which you will not hear from me.
What'd you say?
I said it will not happen next time, and it won't happen in the location they will be at next
Oh
time.
yeah, exactly.
So you could see a lot of things, and you know what? I'm happy John said what John said in that interview. I finally got my best round, and they started turning the cards against me. He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
He was doing
Okay.
right. He was biding time. He was making him get tired. So that's how I saw it.
No. He listen. He was a little starstruck by the whole atmosphere. Trust me. In that situation, he would get tight. All of a sudden, you're walking into a sold-out arena. He never fought in front of that many people. He's only had, lower fights. He was just looking to sign with another league. They were always small venues. He walked in, and when he came up that ramp, 18,000 plus. Come on.
Really? Wow.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, the moment got him for a minute, and then he got a little loose in that corner when they started yelling, and Angel's brother went over and smacked the post. I think I have a picture of that. He got up.
That he was playing with him. Like I like that.
No, because he knew he could to start out. He knew the kid was going to be tight. Let's be realistic, okay? He's never been in that position before. He will be next time.
Right.
And he was, as soon as he got loose, the game started.
Was Mike Tyson there and those guys? No.
No. Larry Holmes, Evander Holyfield, Antonio Tava, a couple of last fighters came in. That was about it.
Yeah, listen, it was a nice show. It happened, but the ending was a little tough. But here's what it is.
Yeah, and next time, I'm not saying John's going to win, but it's going to be a completely different fight. And you see what he said in that interview? I hope you all picked up. It's still not going to be a sanctioned fight. Why not?
Yeah, of course, because he don't want to lose his record.
No.
He's got a 50-0, right?
He's 50-0, but if you go back and with all the criticism experts have said, he lost about at least 4.
Oh yeah, probably in a different weight division.
No, throughout he's been beat by other guys. Madonna beat him. De La Hoya, you could have gave that fight to either guy.
That was a good.
There were a couple of fights there that could have went either way. He waited for Shane Mosley to get older before he would fight him. He beat De La Hoya twice. There were a couple of guys he didn't, he left the division to go higher so he wouldn't have to fight certain guys. And then he retired. Listen, he's retired 5 years, okay, 6 years. There were guys that are fighting right now that wanted to fight him and he wouldn't fight him, or he signed them to his promotional company. I watched an interview with Shakur Stevenson today. Not that he would have fight Shakur Stevenson, but he said it. He goes, he bought me a house, a Rolex, and a car before I ever signed with him.
Yeah, so loyalty.
Well, what it says there is, listen, I'm not going to fight you, but I'm going to make you my friend. I'm going to buy you, just like 50 Cent said.
Didn't he have a fight with 50 Cent?
No, 50 Cent offered to fight him, and he pulled out.
I thought he punched 50 Cent when he was in his house or something like that. I heard.
Oh yeah, they got into a fight on the couches. 50 threw him over the couch. Absolutely.
Yeah, 50's a dude, man.
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna send it to Angel right now. Somebody sent it to me today. I forgot all about it with all the shit I've been doing. He did this same thing to a white fighter in England. Went on the top rope and mocked him. I just sent it to you. And it's becoming something that he's doing to try and, with Angel, you got it. He done the same thing to John that he did to this guy in England, and they had to escort him out of the building. Maybe that's why he brought 200 people to this fight. It's a short. I just sent it to you.
It's probably like an ego thing. That's all.
I'm having a whole conversation and I was muted. Which clip, Joey D? You said Angel got to play that clip. What clip? Which one? Sort of gangster. I can't.
Show the one I just sent you, please.
What is it?
It's him doing the same thing, sitting on the corner in the top ropes during the fight. This egomaniac.
Oh, it's a video?
Yeah, it's a short. It's like 20
All right.
seconds, 25 seconds.
All right, let me see. Okay,
It's like a narcissist.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this. It's like a replay of what he did there in the middle of a brawl. But he had to be escorted out of the arena in England when he did this.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Because watch what he does. This is in the middle. This is during the fight. This isn't after the fight. This is during between rounds in another fight.
Oh, we showed this the other night.
No, this isn't John's fight. This is another fight.
No, we showed this. This was the other night. I thought we showed this one. Let me see.
During John's fight. This is against a guy from England. Look on the bottom there. Look at his trunks. This is completely different.
Where's the volume on this one? Oh, there is no volume.
See, this is another fight altogether. He did the same thing. This is in between the first and second round of another fight.
It's nothing to him.
So he doesn't sit on a stool. He gets up on the rope.
That's not. You don't do. That's
I'll be very honest with you. I only watched the Logan Paul fight. I didn't watch these other exhibitions because he fought people that weren't even named. I never heard of that guy before he fought in that fight. But I don't like the thing with the gloves. I'm glad they picked it up at least with that because those gloves do damage.
Yeah. Don't they have like a slip-on for your hand, like to put in your palm?
It's so thin, the glove, that when you hit the person, you actually hear it. Those gloves originally were made for men.
No, I meant like a slip-on lead thing for your hand.
No, they don't. They didn't do that. They do have it, but if he used that, he should be shot. That's the way you kill somebody.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't go that far.
I was pretty knowledgeable. Tell you about that. I didn't know about that. The plaster of Paris cast, a wrap.
Oh, for sure, man. That happened in a few fights. This guy Margarita used it a lot. They don't know how many times he used it up until the time he got caught because he couldn't knock out anybody. And all of a sudden he started knocking out and hurting people. But they seen when he had like the little cuts around his knuckle areas where they wrap stop,
right,
and just starting up the forearm where they end. Why would you get cut there? You don't get cut there from punching people. You know, you got tape, gauze, and gloves.
And that's why they have to look at him before they put it on, right?
Good night, Ange.
But I look in this right now. I'm looking at a chart. Reyes gloves are not used for exhibition contests. Never. So why would he want to use Reyes gloves in an exhibition? And why would he just bring it up the day of the fight and nothing since April when they signed this fight? You had 3 months to put this in your head. You decided on June 11th you wanted to use a different glove? For what reason?
What size are the normal ones?
They probably should use Everlast for a fight like that. They're padded.
Oh, Staten Island has a Cracker Barrel? I didn't even know that. How come nobody goes there?
And I live here. I didn't even know that.
Oh, see?
Staten Island has a Cracker Barrel?
Really?
Oh, Main Street?
I have no idea.
I never heard that. Good night, Susie. Good night, Ange. I like Denny's fish.
I like Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's. I've been there.
I like IHOP.
See, I'm not a. I can't believe this guy. Tony Silo, the Gotti worshiper, and he's got. Oh, what a degenerate!
I've been deleting those so you didn't have to see him. I don't know. It's coming up on StreamYards.
Yeah.
I can't block.
It's all good, guys. It's very easy to say your boy's just a bitch. 55 grand and he's worried. I said it the other night. He's going to pull a heart attack thing or his heart hurts.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. But I'll go
he
one
already
better.
mentioned it.
I'm going to go one better, champ. Go get your friend, but you're putting the money up too. I'll double my amount. Whoever the fuck it is.
Not even worth engaging with them.
I don't care. You're playing with the wrong person. I don't care who you bring.
They just say those things to get you go. That's all.
Oh, but I don't care. I'm not
Well,
excited
he
about
got
it.
challenged to a boxing. What's the matter? He wanted to fight Lee Cole. You don't want to fight. He said somebody who sounds like Renee. Well, and you think you said that you could take Renee, so fight Boston. He offered you. What did Boston offer him? 15,000, right?
I think Boston offered him 20, and I
20.
offered him 35.
Oh, okay, 20.
You should just get knocked out a few times and make a couple bucks.
Dude, I'll promise one thing, and I don't ever say it. I'm not gonna knock him out. I'm gonna hurt him for life if I fight him. Period. Amen. Drop it.
Ooh,
Yeah, that sounds like a tough one.
he's not
It's gonna
fighting
cost.
anybody. He's
He's
just
not
gonna
gonna
sit
fight a
on his
man on here.
computer and just call women filthy names.
It's gonna
That's what
cost you
he's
a lot
gonna
more.
do.
It's gonna cost you a lot more than 35K for medical bills, chump, whatever your name is.
He's only gonna sit and talk about women. Oh, Rolling Roaster is good. Yeah, my brother Peter loves Brendan and Carr.
Yeah,
Peter
Roland.
likes Brendan and Carr. I love Rolling Roaster.
The Bay.
And Sheepshead Bay, yeah.
Right next to Rendazzo's.
Yeah. I think it's like a few blocks before.
Well, yeah, Roland.
Yeah, but it's over there, yeah.
It's like a real like strip now. All the restaurants over there now.
Yeah. Oh, really? I haven't been there in a few years. Well, a few
I haven't
years.
been there in a lot of years.
Yeah, right. Me too.
I think the last time I was there is when everybody had the boats over there. Since everybody either went to jail or died, I haven't been over there. It's got to be 10 years. How's that? Maybe more.
What, on the Manhattan Beach side?
Yes.
See no evil. How are you?
I'm good.
This is the first time you've ever been here.
It is.
Yes.
I'm trying to be cool because I talk a lot, so I try to keep my phone down.
No, talk, because I got to put you guys on hold for a minute.
Nah, man. Say no evil's a good guy. Very
Yeah, so
respectful.
you three talk for about 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
I got to get myself another
Seltzer.
seltzer. Yeah. Hold on.
So shoot, Marla, what's going on?
Nothing. Honestly, today I've just been watching that Titanic thing to see if they get him, find him in time.
Someone's
Have they found anything yet?
They heard some noise, and that is the last of it. They said that you can. I thought that they could just use a radar or something, but they said something like the capsule is so small. If it's underneath the water, then it's going to be a lot harder. But
Well,
if
it's
it
not
somehow
big.
floated if it somehow floated to the top, they should be good.
It's not that. It's not that big. And did you see what the steering column is?
Yeah,
No.
joystick. Right?
Right. Yeah. It's like a Xbox controller. It's a Logitech Xbox controller.
You're kidding me? Right there, I wouldn't get on that thing.
Well, yeah, the guy. What is it? $500,000 to go for a ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. The billionaires were on there. That's what there's two or three billionaires and one son and a driver.
The father and son, the billionaires, and
the two other billionaires. One that went on the rocket with Jeff Bezos into the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, right. But I mean, when you go in there, if you see they have like a video game set up, wouldn't you just say, "Time out, I'm gonna go back out"?
We're gonna use this iPad. That's gonna take. No, sorry, I'm out.
I mean, it actually looked like the ones they have in SeaWorld where you go in and out of it.
Right.
It's made like Shamu. That don't go down. That shouldn't go down that far. That's a little thing. That's not that big of a little capsule.
I thought Cameron, what's his name? The guy, the director. He had his own little nice one. That wasn't the same one.
No, he's got it's like 5 times the size of that one. This only seats 6 or 7 people.
Who the hell going that? You're a billionaire. You build your own. Go down.
I don't know. I mean, I would never go in something like that. First
Well,
of
they're
all,
racing against the clock because they said they only had 96 hours of oxygen. So I think it's Thursday morning. They're saying that at that time they'll run out of oxygen. So that's
they have 43 hours as of midnight last night.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. They had 43 hours of oxygen left in the capsule. Now, that could be something they're saying nicely until they recover it, because I don't see if it's broken, how is the oxygen all still working properly down there? I mean, they're in no contact at all with anybody. There's stuff that you could go 5 miles down in these ships and talk. They don't have any high-tech stuff there. They got Xbox controllers.
And the joystick.
That when I seen that joystick today,
I thought he was
I was
joking.
like, no, it's a joystick, man. They're using a 30. They paid $30 for it. It's a Logitech.
And they're proud of that.
I didn't even know nothing about it until my son told me.
Even the billionaires, they're not like smart enough to say this looks a little suspect. I'm not gonna go down with this.
You know what? They just have to spend their money on something, brother.
Right.
And it's stupid. Really, it's idiotic. Could you imagine? I wouldn't go on that for free, first of all, because I don't like that. But
Yeah, me neither.
Documentary, even easier.
it's like, I hate to say it, it's like Kobe Bryant flew with his daughter. That was the worst possible weather to fly with.
Right.
Money can get you in a lot of trouble in life. This is the same thing here. Is a father took his son for what, his 16th or 21st birthday? Father and son are on there.
His son though, that's terrible. The mother's gonna lose both of them in one shot.
I don't think they're even alive. I think they're just trying to find a way to recover it and say something blue. I mean, they can't be down there that long in something that's being.
Who knows if they got a leak being imploded?
Exactly.
Excuse me 1 minute. Thank you so much, Kate Goody. Thank you so much.
Well,
Are you guys talking about the submarine thing?
Yeah, I was just wondering. Now, that was the best case scenario that I laid out. They said that if it floated to the top, the bigger, the issue would be because they're still bolted in there. So the issue would still be like finding it. But if they're somehow stuck at the bottom, how do they plan on getting that back up? Even if they find them on time.
When it raises up like these big, large balloons, because it's made for that. But like the Titanic, they can't do it. But when they do recoveries of ships, they have like these devices. They lay them underneath it, and they hit the charge, and it puts nitrogen in it, and it raises it up.
Why can't they find it?
Because it's being controlled by Xbox controllers.
Yeah, there's no GPS ping. There's no black box on it.
Oh God.
I mean, it's crazy. Imagine paying all that money to build it and then using a $30 steering wheel.
It wasn't even a steering wheel.
It's an Xbox controller. It's exactly what it is.
When I saw
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm going to send it to you so everybody can see it.
Got to charge the battery on the remote.
Yeah, you got to plug it in.
I'm just being silly because that was retarded with that.
Okay, but watch what it really looks like. I mean, it's sick how they did this.
What does everybody think about Biden's son getting no jail time, no nothing?
I figured it would happen.
That's the way it was going to go because as soon as you had a Republican back in there in November, so they figured they'd make a deal now, plead guilty now, then rather than later.
Could you imagine this, but if this was somebody else?
And he could pardon him too, can he?
What?
He could pardon his son.
He don't have to. He got probation.
He got probation.
He did get in trouble for all the way. They could just pardon him.
See if that was anybody else who got caught with an illegal gun.
Oh yeah. Well, no, in New York, you're allowed to go into the stores, and as long as you don't shoot them, it's a misdemeanor.
Hey, check them out. I just sent them to you, Angel. It's an Xbox controller doing this submarine. $30. It's right there in the picture.
It's ridiculous.
But the thing is that they had to sign a bunch of waivers before they got on there. So I don't even think the family could even do anything because they knew this risk that, like they said, there's like a booklet of waivers they have to sign.
They probably were just like careless, their whole lives.
Yeah, but you had to sign 8 waivers, The guy who owns the whole thing is gone as well right now. One of the other owners is somewhere floating around. He hasn't come out and said anything.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a little toy.
I thought it was fake though. He's doing it. I thought he was joking around. Like, look at this. I thought he was making a joke on the.
No, I just sent her the pictures. It's actually an Xbox controller. This is sick.
Could you say
Look at that. There it is. That's the steering column they use, like you do in video games.
Jesus.
30. Look at that picture. $30.
His son this year.
That's insane. Who got on there? Why would they get on there?
All billionaires.
Well,
And
for what reason?
They do explorations down to the Titanic. Like you can, like they did in the movie to film it. You can go down there and you can view it. But like you have to get on like one of those oil rig things to do it.
Right.
It's not, like very,
Who the
But the
heck
oil rigs,
wants to go down to the Titanic?
I just watched the documentaries, and the guy story was
That's just been down there for years. Even if you find something, you're not getting nothing out of it. It's all busted up, rusted, rotten.
Cameron took everything out of it already.
That's what I was going to say. Didn't they do a search years ago?
They went down there and they took whatever they could take out.
Did everybody
No.
hit the like button?
Yes,
I did.
I'll check it.
What do you got?
That's just crazy. I would never want to go down to and look at the Titanic. How many people died on that thing? Why would you want to go? It baffles my mind. The things that interest people.
That maybe.
And that's dangerous.
Well, the last survivor died, so there's actually no survivors left. But they did do a documentary on it. I actually watched a couple of them since they've come on. They got one that says that wasn't even really the Titanic that sunk. It was the sister ship. And they had all this evidence. And then I was like, that'd be a damn, we would all look like fools.
I can't. I can't watch like things like that. I need to know facts. I need to.
Well, that's what they were doing. They were presenting facts, and then they were showing like how the trial was a sham, and then like the Olympic. I think that's the one they were saying went down.
Olympic.
Yeah, they were saying something about how it had gotten to an accident, and then like one of Titanic's blades ended up on there, but the one they found wasn't in the location. It was really weird. And then like the final piece of the puzzle was like all of the White Star Line's ships, the names were actually engraved in it. And so now that it's been down there and things have been falling apart, they're claiming that there's like a MP at the end or somewhere in the, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of pointless too, because even if it does turn out to be, there's nothing that anybody can do. So it's kind of like pointless to even.
They have such strange things that these people pay to do. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Exactly.
Did you ever see the movie with Ice-T and he's a homeless man and they let him out in the middle of the forest and the white guy?
I saw that.
Okay. Do you know that was based on a true story?
Yeah, I heard something.
Oh, they used them as like to hunt them.
Right. I mean, could you imagine that? Oh, we're gonna take care of you, and then they send them out there, and a bunch of rich guys pay $50,000 each at the time to hunt and kill him, to hunt and kill a homeless man.
Oh my God!
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Mala, tell her.
There's a movie. It was like back in the 90s or something. You remember? I think it's Ice.
First movie.
Yeah, Ice-T. He's a homeless man, and then this guy is rich, and he's really nice to him, and he invites him there, lets him stay there, and he feeds him, and then he just outright tells him, basically you're being hunted. They give him a chance to run away, and it's a bunch of rich people, and they're hunting him instead of hunting deer, hunting whatever. They're hunting him.
Yeah.
It was a movie, but you know what? They also put that in The Purge too.
That's disgusting.
Well,
man.
but here's the thing: did they get in trouble for it? Did they?
He ended up killing him.
He ended up making it back to the city, and he killed. I think he killed all of them but one, right? Or did he get him?
He
killed them all.
Yeah.
See, stuff like that makes me upset.
I think that the youngest guy who was there, who wouldn't kill him when he had a shot, survived, and they even made him die in the movie. I think that's who wrote the movie, who helped them with the movie.
There's a TV show called Yellow Jack. It's the girls get stuck on the bus or the plane crash, something like that. They're a soccer team. It's on Netflix, I think, or Prime.
Oh yeah. I've seen it.
And they don't know what they did. They probably had to do things to survive.
It's just sick. But that's what money does. I mean, you go. They whoever got him first was going to get all the money, and the father actually wanted to kill his son because he would have got 100 grand, 300 grand, and the son wouldn't shoot him.
Oh man.
Oh God.
That's just disgusting. And once again, that's what's going on here. It's all rich people do these things, and eventually it backfires on you. You're going in a submarine to go 2 miles below the water, and you got an Xbox controller steering you around. I would have ran away from that thing.
Yeah.
That's you know what? That's whatever.
Not for nothing, Angel's son's got 10 times better equipment at his place than they had on a submarine going underwater.
Oh my gosh.
It's the truth.
Why for the plumbing?
I just don't understand why do you do these things?
I don't know either.
It's
I mean, that's like the worst going down that deep, and then you get a problem. You're screwed.
No. And then when you said too before, he said he was going to come out guns blazing. Guns blazing means throwing as many punches as possible with bad intentions.
That's just people nitpicking the words just to start fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's used in a lot of fights. This isn't the first time that.
I wouldn't even think it relevance for even saying like it was meant the wrong way. It's like when you send a text message to you, and you take the text message in the worst possible way instead of the best possible way because he said whatever, or he said something that you could take wrong. Text message is one dimensional. I wouldn't even look at it at anything else because you got to take it in the right. Go to the good part of it versus the bad part, and then when you talk to them in person, you'll find out if it was meant in a different intent.
Yeah, but you know what? You unless you know you're going to the grave with the person and everything you say is bond, you got to even be careful with text messages.
Oh, I'm just talking about in general, people that talk to their girlfriends or whatever, and they get mad at them for texting something like, what do you mean by that? You typed in capitals? I'm like, I typed in capitals. I can't see. What does that mean? I typed in capitals. You're yelling at me. What do you mean at you?
I do it all the time.
Who yelled at you?
Capitals. That means I'm yelling. I go, really?
Yeah, but you know what? I just found that out recently. I didn't know that's what that meant. That's how much I'm into this.
Even better.
Like if you text message somebody and use capital letters, it's supposed to be a bad thing. I didn't know that.
I don't care if it is or not. I type in that so I can see the letters better. So
Me too.
If you get offended, I'm sorry.
Wait, let me ask you this. So Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are going out of space?
Yes. For a while, didn't Jeff Bezos do it already?
Yeah, I'm about to say there have been more people who have done that successfully than this trip.
So did the guy who owns Virgin, Richard Branson.
Yeah, right.
He's been up there already.
Elon wants to be the emperor of Mars.
Listen, they got money and they're doing stupid things with it. Eventually, they're not going to come back. Listen, our space people built the most expensive spacecraft ever, and it blew up before it got 5,000 feet in the air.
Right.
You remember that with the school teacher on it and everything?
And then 86 it was, right? 1986?
I think so. I was little, but
Yeah, the school teacher and then a couple of other
Yeah, I seen it on a documentary. That was the most expensive spacecraft ever built to date.
And it was one piece came off, I think, right?
I think that it was the part that's supposed to come off,
the shell
stayed on, right, and then it ignited and blew it up.
That's weird.
I mean, there were people on the ground who were running for cover because it just was they weren't sure if it made it to the ocean yet, because it goes out of Florida. I don't know if that one went out of Florida, but it goes towards water, and they weren't sure if it even made it over the water yet.
Oh wow.
That's why I took my kids there a long, long time ago to see one take off. They put you so far away.
Right.
I mean, we pulled up. You couldn't get within 4 miles of the place. 3.5, 4 miles. So, once you see that, that ain't a good sign right there.
You know what's funny though? How Elon was able to get to use the same rockets over and over, and they didn't know how to do this for years. Well, they were just doing it because the budget money. They want to take the money. I don't get it.
But you see what he did? I watched a documentary about it on a plane one day. He took the top guy from the last 4 rockets built up to that part. Okay, but they were actually not the top guy on the chart, like the number 1 or number 2 guy. And he hired every one of them. And that's what he did. And he's got the most knowledgeable crew.
So he pulled the minds together.
Right. He took a guy from every building of a spacecraft,
Right.
and he put them on one team. So he took like the number 2, 3 men on every team and put them in charge, and they were equally in charge. And they built the best ship they said they ever built so far.
And the fact that they can reuse the rockets.
Hi, Sons of Italy.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
As I'm saying, NASA they shoot the rockets off. It's a wash. They just go into the ocean. That's it, and they recover them. But his they land back down like a GPS.
It's just wild how a guy who's new into the game could build the most reliable and best ones and reusable.
Right.
You ever go like to a museum or to one of the space places? Those things are retired after they're used one time.
Yeah. Well, it is. I think they retire and they want to get the budget money back. If they don't use them, then they don't get the same amount of money the next year.
Well, you don't know how many people I don't do it, but you know how many people go there every year to look at these things as tourists? You make a boatload of money. So they make their money back on what they spent to build these things.
I guess you're right.
100%.
You're talking about down by Cape Canaveral?
Yes, and they have one in Houston.
Yeah,
they have one down in Cape Canaveral.
Cool.
I think we have 3 launching pads in America. It might be 2, but I thought I heard 3.
Was it like a space camp? Do you have that anymore?
Oh, I don't know. I just seen about how they built them.
Space camp for kids.
I wasn't going to space camp.
Nah.
Space camp's not for me. There's enough space cadets out here.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine after all that bullshit the other night, he went to put Angel in the ring?
No, this is just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, you know what? You got to.
Well, that tells you what type of girls that they have around in their little.
Could you imagine? Good night, Edwin, and thank you again so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I could not imagine. When I heard that, I sent it to you. I was like, "Are you out of your mind? Ladies don't do that. White trash bag, ratchet bitches. They go fight in rings."
That's what I said. That's the type of people he knows.
Yeah.
And then you actually made it come out of your mouth. Like, I don't understand. Where did you come from? Like, where did you come from that this is, I got a girl who wants to fight you? Like, oh my God, grow up.
That's not a normal human being.
No, grow up. You're 43 years old. Grow up.
I mean, you want to sit there and they say, well, if it's going to be a heart problem, I couldn't do it, but I know somebody will fight you. Okay.
But yet he wanted to fight Lee Cole.
Listen, I got news for you. You know what I figured out of that video? He was very careful with his words in that one, because somebody who knows people in this group is talking to them bitches. And I'm positive. I looked at the wording with somebody. Same wording from somebody using my name and Angela's name. Same identical wording that they use under their own name.
I know who it is.
Me too. And you know what? Keep playing.
I know. He should only know. I think it's so funny.
You know what? I got news for you. I think he does.
Oh, really?
I would believe he does. He wouldn't leave it up there if he knew it was that person and he really wanted nothing to do with that person.
Yeah, true.
I don't believe anybody on here but you and Marla.
Well, guys, for tonight,
Hey,
Be
thank you
good,
so
buddy.
much, See No Evil.
have me.
Buddy, I'll see you soon. It was nice
Anytime.
talking to
Come
you
back
again.
Have
anytime.
a good night.
All right, you guys have a great night.
You too, and thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, my man. What did it say today? It said something about me, yes, and you to death. I took a screenshot somewhere. I don't even know what the hell it is.
Well, what did it? Who? Where?
It said something about me. It was my supposed name, and it said, Tony, are you sure that that's what Angel, Angela, and Marla want you to say? Like, they, come on.
Where? Tonight in this chat?
Nah, it was an FBS chat. I didn't see these chats. When I came
See,
on
that's
and
what
said
I
hello,
mean about him. You see, he does things like that. He's down and dirty. I will not allow anybody to come in here using his name or his wife's name or Gunsmoke's name or anybody. I will not allow that. But he allows it. You want to know why? Because he doesn't have any content. So that's the stuff that he puts up on the screen so he could get some content. I don't need content that badly that I need to do that to people. Let them come
no.
in here with fake names.
But if you're running 298 people, like the other one you've seen before, shouldn't you have more than 56 likes if they're people who really like you?
Yes.
All
How
right,
many
so how do
likes do
you,
we have?
132.
Ooh, look at that. And we went
okay,
on
and
11 o'clock at night.
yeah, but this is the second show. So if you combine the both of them together for the night, you're way over 200 and change. You're probably
Yeah.
near three plus. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
guy got 56 on 298 running.
We only had 73 people watching. That's it. On the first show. Because people don't care about stuff like this. They only care about drama.
Well, I had to do a physical or I would have did it. I'm not even with anybody. I'm in another state by myself today. But
Oh, really?
yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I go back to New York tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm actually west.
Good night, lucky boss lady, and thank you. No, exactly, Carol. I would never allow that to happen because I don't believe in that. He does it. But then again, like I said, I sound like a broken record. He allows people to go in there with mini bike names, my daughter's name, disgusting. Like the only there's degenerates in his chat, and he lets them use my daughter's name. He let them use Angela's name, my name, Marla's name, your name. Now he lets them do that. I don't allow that here.
No, because it's something called class and they don't have any of that. Period.
Exactly.
And to have those people in the middle of the day when most men and ladies are working says a whole lot about you.
Exactly.
You're on at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Does anybody not work in them chats?
No.
They can't all be, he ain't making no money, he claims. They're not giving him nothing. So I guess you guys do something. I don't know what the hell they could possibly be doing at those times of the day. I mean, you showed the other fool before. He had 12 people in his chat out of how many?
Did what happened?
How many people did that little guy have? 12 people talking back
I
and
think it
forth?
was 10, including him.
Okay, so 11 then, right? Or
How do
10,
you have
right?
500? Let's watch that video again because I just can't believe this. Look at that, 538 watching. And that's the people in his chat.
It makes no sense. And then they think people are stupid enough not to figure it out. We figured it out with FBS the other night. 50 likes or 56 likes, whatever it was, and 298 people. So you're telling me 240 people hate you that are watching you?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're always bragging about how many people they got, but where's the likes? The likes would say what they think of you, so they don't think very much of you. And how many of those are fake? Because according to his buddy in Florida, they're buying shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know these are real, okay? Those might not even be real, and you can't crack 60. That's not saying a lot about you.
See, here's the thing with mine. I might not have like the live viewers, but I get them all night and the next day and the next night because people will watch it on the replay. I have more views than he does.
Yeah, but check this out. I was looking at it on the plane today because I was by myself.
Mhm.
How do you have more views with less people?
I don't know because
Does
they
it
watch it on the replay.
right? But
That's
if he
why I
has,
always ask if you're watching this on the replay, please hit the like button.
okay, but when he ended his stream, I watched one show the other day because I wanted to see how the wording was. He ended with 56. He still got the same 56 7 days later.
Oh. Oh, well, maybe I don't know. I ask everybody if you're watching this on the replay. I never heard Lee Cole. I'm gonna be very honest. Lee Cole pretty much told me everything. He never once told me that he bought views or likes. Never. And not that I would tell anybody if he did, but I will tell you that he never once ever said to me, "Here, I bought, look, I bought these views. Here, buy them yourself. That you go to this place and buy them." Never, ever once. So I don't think Lee Cole buys live viewers. I strongly, strongly doubt it.
I don't think he was smart enough to figure it
No,
out,
you
but
know
I
how,
think,
because you know what it is too? After Lee Cole's videos, check out the comments. There's like 156 comments.
yeah, no, he has some people there.
Yeah, I don't believe that he buys anything. Lee Cole's cheap too. He wouldn't pay the money to buy anything.
No,
Good night, see no evil, and thank you so much. And you come back again anytime.
he's a nice
Um,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
he is a
he
nice guy.
is.
So Lee Cole had 300 live viewers one time and his chat was at a standstill. I'm a wrench in his chat and I don't ever remember that. I'm not, I don't think I'm a wrench anymore. I mean, I was a wrench in his chat, but I don't ever remember that his chat was at a standstill with 350 people. I don't remember that, Amber Alert. I could be wrong. Maybe it was before I was the wrench. Maybe. I don't know. But he never ever once said to me, "Here, you could buy live viewers," or nothing.
I honestly don't know much about him until I seen him on here and I watched it a few times. I didn't
I
watch
didn't.
all his stuff.
Yeah, no. Amber Alert. I didn't say you were lying. I just said I never. I don't ever remember that. Maybe it was before my time. I don't know. But I would never, ever, ever pay for a like. I swore on my kids the other night, my grandchildren. I would never, ever do that. Pay for like somebody came in here and said, "Oh, you paid for those." Like, no, I did not. I would never do that. Because what's the point of doing this then? If you have to, what for? What to put on what? Put on what's that word I'm looking for?
Airs.
Yes, put on airs. Why bother doing this then if you have to do that?
Because you have integrity. And go ahead, I'm a fluffer, everybody. Go screw off. But you have integrity. No, but you have integrity. Listen to the way these people talk. They have no integrity.
Yeah, true.
No class, no integrity, no morals. It's sick.
I told everybody that all my videos are public. I never came on here and started a fight with somebody, or I never came on here. I've never lied. So if I might have gotten things wrong and I came out maybe the next day and corrected it and said, "Listen, I was wrong." I did that like with Tom Lavecchia once because I'll admit when I was wrong. None of these people do that. None.
but it's morals and integrity and class again,
Yeah.
and none of them have it. I seen Lavecchia and Lee on a short arguing over who interviewed more mobsters. First of all, if you're
They're
interviewing
not
them, they're rats.
mobsters.
They're
They're not
rats.
mobsters. I don't know why people have a problem with saying that. They are not mobsters. They are rats.
I just said that. They are rats. They
Yeah.
are, if you want to make it classy, okay, they're informants, but they're a rat.
Right.
So
They're
you didn't
informants.
interview a mobster. You interviewed a rat. I don't know.
No, I don't know either. And then
uh,
you're sitting there, and I interviewed 7 of them, and I interviewed 5. No, I don't understand you. Call them what they are. But whatever.
rats. And you know, like,
I haven't even. I couldn't even tell you anything about Tom Lavecchia's channel. Nothing.
okay, but let's
I
put it
don't
this way.
watch him.
I was
And
talking
to be honest, I don't even watch Lee anymore either.
I was talking to this guy on the plane today who actually watched Lee Cole. Out of 18 people on the damn plane, this guy was seeing me watching something on yours. I was looking at the fight again. He goes, yeah, but he says, you see this guy here? He made a good point that there would be nobody watching at all. And he didn't know that I had your stuff in my phone because I don't show my shit to nobody.
Yeah.
He goes, but if he didn't interview these rats, informants, I said, rats. He says, no, they're government informants. I said, rats. I said, just stop there if you're going to not believe they're rats. He goes, okay. Right? Regular, normal business guy.
Yeah.
He goes, but he got all the viewers. I says, how many likes does he have?
Well,
He goes, what's that?
He does get them.
No, nowhere near what you got for the amount of people he says he has.
Oh,
Absolutely
okay.
not.
Okay.
No shot. You
I
know,
don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't even
saying
watch
he,
anybody anymore.
and he's saying, but if he didn't have these people on, there wouldn't be anybody to watch. I says, you should go watch this show. And I said, it's Angel Gotti, Gotti.
Well, thank you.
I'll never see that guy again, but I showed him the show and I made him subscribe. That was a little plane today, man. That was a little nervous taking off.
Why, it was a small plane?
It was a G6, man.
I don't like that kind of stuff.
I mean, you take off like a rock. That's like taking off like a rocket.
Yeah. We took a private, I don't know if it was a jet or plane, whatever it's called, one of them little planes, to see my father. I believe, I'm trying to remember, it was the first time I ever saw my father. I'm not sure, but we got there and back in the same day.
Oh yeah, I got the.
That was the only good thing about going on that thing. But I'll tell you one thing: you can't get me on a plane, and to get on one of those things, my boss had to give me a Xanax. I slept for I can't tell you how many days after that.
I did a 5-hour flight in 3 hours and 4 minutes today.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and same thing tomorrow. It's 3 hours, 2 hours and 54 minutes going back to New York from here.
I don't like those things, Tony. Why do you have to keep flying back and forth?
I had to do something in this state for another reason.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, real deal. I hope you're feeling better.
Yes.
He was good. I spoke to him today or last night. I spoke to him, and he said he was getting lunch and everything.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
but they couldn't give.
What happened?
They couldn't give him the pain medication because the low number on the blood pressure was low.
Yeah.
So they had to give him something to bring the blood pressure up.
I don't see headstand.
Oh, let's
Agnostic.
see.
I don't see him. I was surprised Becky O was in the chat before.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and the other show.
Yeah,
she wanted me to ask them. I can't take.
I seen it. I see.
She wanted
Jen
me
sent
to
me a
ask them
screenshot.
if they've ever had a loaded gun in their mouths. Why would I ask those people? She's so funny. I felt funny to play my intro, and Caroline was like, "No, play it." I go, "I'm not even going to play the intro, okay?" She's like, "No, play it."
How did that go?
It was very interesting. I was
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
How long did that lady stay there in that house?
Yeah, what'd she say, Marla? 26 years?
But it
20,
wasn't, and I'm not
20
saying this in disrespect, but it seemed like they could have left when the man left.
No, I don't think they could.
Well, how did the kid walk out the house and come back? I watched
That's what I
the
yeah,
I
that's
Because
watched the
she said,
videos.
because when you watch the movie, he went food shopping and it would take him like 3 hours to go food shopping. And then she said tonight it's because he used to stop and drink.
Right, but Angel, if you do it once a week, forget it, or once every other week, that means you had 3 hours, six
Well, that's
hours.
what happened. The son finally left the apartment and he went wandering around in a costume, a Jason costume, and the cops arrested him.
It sounded to me more like from the documentary. Not, I didn't see your show. I watched it in the tonight or in the morning or on the plane. It sounded to me like it was more brainwashing to keep the people there because they had outs if they wanted them.
Yeah, well, he was a Hare Krishna follower.
what
I mean,
is
you did
that?
That's those
people who sell roses.
well, they're very what's the word to describe Hare Krishna? I think they believe like in Buddha and all that, right?
Yeah, it's like a cult. It's pretty much a cult. You know,
Yeah.
they brainwash you. They used to be by in Jackson Heights by Physicians Hospital,
But I gotta
and
take these headphones off.
they owned a
Yeah.
mansion over there, and they
Yeah.
would come out at 11 o'clock every morning dressed in them long outfits with buckets of roses, and they would be on all the corners by like the Roosevelt Avenue train station, by the bus stops, selling these roses all over the place. They had a mansion in Queens that they all lived in. It was on 73rd, between 73rd Street and 74th Street and 34th Avenue.
Who did? I took the headphones off, so I missed it.
The Harry Krishna peoples.
Oh,
And
really?
they never come out the house because, you know, we were young kids running around over there, and we would try and find out because our parents all said they were Moonies, and we said we're the Moonies, you know, Harry Krishnas. And we went up and we went there, and they had a mansion built in the middle of Jackson Heights and 34th Avenue. Like, damn. And you could throw rocks at the house. Not that I did. I seen people do it, and they wouldn't come out and argue with you, fight with you. Nothing. But they always came out in them like. You ever see the guy, the Dalai Lama, the outfit he walks around in?
Yes.
They walk around in clothes like that, similar to that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and the men are all pretty much shaved head with a little piece of hair sticking up.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And they said they were the original people who sold roses on the street that I remember. You don't see them that much anymore in New York. They used to be in New York a lot when we were younger.
Yeah, I don't see any.
I don't see them in years. I heard a lot of these kind of cult settings moved out to like real Southern California, like San Diego and below.
Oh, really?
Well, you remember that guy that time that they all wore Nike sneakers and they all had the quarters in their pockets and they drank the juice and they thought they were being beamed up to space.
They what?
Okay, they wore black. They all wore black. The whole house. It was men and women, and they were a cult, and they were led by this guy. And they found out this guy did some strange things, and they had enough money for like bus fare at the time, and they put quarters in their pockets, and they drank the juice, put black masks over their face, and they put Nikes on so that they would fly and be beamed up out of space, and they were found dead.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And they had one of the most.
This song.
What song?
I happen to love this song too. That's probably like the only Beatles song that I really like, but it was George Harrison. He made the song My Sweet Lord, and it was about Hare Krishna.
Yeah, they're some strange people. I mean, that one in San Diego got a lot of news press. I don't believe you didn't see that.
No.
They put quarters in their pockets, enough for bus fare and everything, and they just laid in their beds and died. They drank whatever they drank and gone.
Oh,
Heaven's
wait, I
Gate
remember
is
that. I remember that.
Steve got it. Heaven's Gate, it was called.
Really?
Yeah, and the guy, he looked like, if you looked at this guy, and I was young back then, I was out there by myself training. They sent me to California by myself. This dude looked scary.
Oh, God.
And they all put on their little outfits, their black outfits, their Nikes. They all had a brand new pair of Nikes on, and they had quarters in their pocket for like bus fare. And they didn't go nowhere. They went to the morgue.
Wow.
That was a strange thing, man. They had a mansion in San Diego. That's not cheap.
Really?
Yeah, they lived in one of the wealthiest areas over there. And they have documentaries on it. They have a movie about it. It's called Heaven's Gate.
I'm gonna check that out.
It was a very, very strange thing that time. I remember my mother called me. She goes, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in a hotel, man." He goes, "Okay." I says, "Well, you didn't even know about it if you were there." I was about 20 miles from there. And my mother goes, "Oh, there's some people who killed themselves." I said, "No, Ma, I'm not hanging out with those people."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were in the lowest part of the San Diego zip code, which was the most expensive part of San Diego at the time.
Wow.
Hmm
And how many people was it?
I think it was 8 or 11. I'm going to look right now.
Oh, wow.
If you seen his face, you'd say, "Oh, yeah, that's him," because he was all over the news.
Oh, I got the chills.
If you see the picture of the guy, you'll know exactly who he is. How and when it became entered. Heaven Gate Religious Group. Here it is.
Oh, Liberal Candy says Marshall. Here it go. Marshall Applewhite was their leader.
That's the guy, the bald guy. He looked like an alien.
Ooh, I got the chills.
If you see a picture of him, hold on, Marshall. This guy looked like a cult leader. There he is. Look at this guy. This guy. If you went near this guy, you're a sicko. This is one of the strangest men I've ever seen.
Ugh.
I didn't never seen him in person. I seen him only on the news.
Yeah, yeah.
If you see him, you'll know exactly who we're talking about. But I remember the whole thing when they put the quarters in the pocket and they just found them all dead.
Heaven's Gate believed the spaceship was behind a comet.
Yeah, that's it. And they were gonna take the ship there, and they had like I think they had $1.75 or $2 in quarters in each of their pockets. Look at the guy's picture. I just sent it to you. That was their leader.
Hold on.
I mean, that was a strange looking dude.
Ooh, I got the chills looking at him. Did he die too?
Yeah, he was. They all died. Every one of them died. He
So
drank.
they all believed that a spaceship was coming for them?
Yeah, he was able to convince all of them. They were some strange people, man. They were like really.
Yeah.
They showed like videos afterwards. They must have taped themselves, and they showed it on documentaries. And they were all like, "Yes, Marshall. Yeah, or yes, Master. Yes, Master." Whatever they were calling him. I was like, "Whoa." It's a strange people out there.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Mm-mm. You know, it was very, very. It was on every newspaper in New York at the time.
Wow.
They had enough of bus fare in their pockets and quarters,
Wow.
and they all laid down face up, and it killed them instantly, is what the news said.
See, beat me to it.
It's
Marla?
Yeah,
Oh, are you falling asleep?
yeah.
kinda.
I knew it.
I'm so. I'm.
That's okay. It's okay. It's
It's
2 o'clock
late.
in the morning. Yeah, we're on 3 hours. This really went by fast.
Yes.
This was real fast. Wow. It feels like we just got on here.
Yeah, but you've been on since 8:30, 9:30,
Yeah.
10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. You've been
Yeah.
on almost 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna check your likes again, see where we're at.
Let me see something.
I still have to take out the recyclables.
Yeah, and if you listen to the other guy, you got so much money, you should have somebody around the house taking it out for you.
Yeah, well, I don't.
I don't like people working in my houses.
148.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. That was really great.
Okay, and the other one was 149.
Let me see where that one's at now.
I'm getting confused. I'm looking at another phone that's not
Thank you,
connected.
Carol. Thank
I
you.
got 122.
Yeah,
All right.
122 sounds about right.
All right, so 149 and 122 is 260, 271 total.
Oh, Brian G says, great show, Angel, keeping me awake while I'm working. See, I like to hear that.
I'm sure your boss does too, buddy.
If you go back and listen to it again.
Hit the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't hit it twice because it'll take one away.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You know, the other day I didn't even go to sleep. By the time I put the phone on the charger and went inside, it was 5:08 a.m.
I know. I fell asleep on here.
Yeah, but you posted something like 2.5 hours later. Do you ever go to sleep either?
No, because I got up early. Because I only sleep. It doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. I still wake up the same time every day.
Yeah, well, you were out cold when I left.
I fell asleep and Marie was talking and talking and I fell asleep.
I bopped out at 7 hours and 37 or 38 minutes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was so tired I fell asleep.
Yeah, but then I had work. I had to get a letter out to the buildings department before I left. And she looked at me like, "Are you out of your mind? I got to type now." I said, "Oh yeah."
And now it's like I'm so cold. I think it's a little chilly out and I had to put the air conditioner on because if I kept the windows open, the dogs would have barked. So now it's 62 degrees and I'm freezing.
Like it was freezing on that stupid ass plane.
Oh, I can imagine.
And it's 80 degrees here right now, and it's supposed to be what tomorrow. Well, I'm leaving. It's going to be 98.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a lot hotter than New York and Florida.
Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm. At this time of year, yes.
Oh, I heard it more.
That was
yeah, I know.
It's even hot to go to the swimming pool here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, they go to the pool. They're all sitting in cabanas at the hotels. I'm at the house. I have a house here.
Wow.
But when I looked at the clock the other night, I said 7 hours. I said, "Oh shit."
Well, Emery and I fell asleep, but he stood on, and we made 8 hours.
Oh, I watched it because you started talking about Mickey Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you the picture.
Yes, I saw it.
He used to come to the house all the time.
Oh, wow.
All
Ooh,
the time.
Candy says 159 likes.
Oh, you got more.
Ooh. Thank you,
Yes.
little candy ass.
Yes, Steve, I am. Not to play, just business.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell anybody where you are.
I'm not gonna be here by the time I don't care. I'm not. My name's not Pizza. It's Tony, but not Pizza. Come find me. You won't never find me here anyway. I mean, they know where we all are anyway. Most of the time, ain't nobody. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
When I seen that, whoever put that video, I think I seen Angela put that video up today. I laughed so hard this morning. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Oh,
Now
she
he's gonna
put it up. Hey,
Yeah.
Chicky.
What's up, Chicky?
Hey, Chicky.
See, now you get the second round of people to start coming in.
Yeah,
Chicky's coming.
I know.
The other guy came in a little while ago.
Just rewind.
Carol wants to know how many accounts does the guy have? I don't know. Didn't he say 79 or something?
What?
It was a lot.
The hand up thing, whatever that man's name is. He actually commented back. He just not a bad. Leave him alone. I don't like staying mad at people. Certain people, yes. That guy.
Yeah.
Nah. Who else is in here?
I was just gonna say my car is so filthy.
I got up so damn early this morning. I've seen Tommy Stig was on my way to the airport. I watched him. Nice guy.
Oh yeah.
That was the first time I ever seen it.
Oh, okay. That's because I'm falling asleep.
All right, so why don't we call it a night? You got a busy day, girls.
Alrighty. You gonna call it, Angel?
Do I have a busy day?
You had a busy day.
Oh yeah. I am. I'm actually falling asleep. I was gonna say something, and good thing I opened my eyes before I said it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bop out.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Have a good night, Tony.
Tony,
all right, guys, good night.
Come back again. I don't care what anybody says. I love having you on. Marla does too.
Yeah.
All right, anytime. Thank you, guys. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Marla.
I'm still here.
I am so tired. I was falling asleep. Hey, Mike. How are you, Mike? I am really tired. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for the super chats. That was so kind, so generous. Thank you. A million thank yous to you. Very generous. Thank you.
And don't forget, if you missed it, to go back and watch the first show tonight that we did at 8:30.
Yes. And thank you, everybody. So sweet everyone is. Thank you. Marla, you're the greatest. Oh, nope. Sherry's the greatest. You're the best.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Marla.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to tell me what that is.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Good night. Good night, everybody.